Yeah, that really shouldn't be a thing. I'm just letting you know that. Been there, though. There are some days where it gets to be, 80, 90 degrees at night, along with during the day. I understand that, Cal. Sorry about the heat. Hello there, Leanne and John. Leanne, I'm glad you were first. Hello, Holly. No, really, I am. Oh. I know the room looks rather dark. I don't have the overhead light on right now. I could turn it on, but I really don't want to. I kind of like being in a darker mood at the moment in time. Not because of dark things, but it just feels more comfortable. Apple juice. That's good. That's so good. Yes, apple juice. We'll take one from Seggy Weggy and others. It's apple juice. Adjust my legs here. How are you guys doing besides dealing with the heat? Beagle, the After Dark sessions. I don't think anyone wants to see Beagle After Dark, to be honest with you. That's a terrible, terrible idea, I think. Currently got a little bit of a storm going on right now. It's like, it feels really nice. I just can't open up all the windows yet. I want to really, really badly, but I hate the gnats. Even though it rains, the gnats will still come. It's annoying. So, we got lots and lots on the docket for discussion tonight, I suppose. Still waiting on a very particular... I'm not wearing the headset. I can't hear it. Everyone else could, but I couldn't. How's it going, Tay? Beagle is his own nightlight. Fuck off! Stormy Chris, hello. The gnat caller. I mean, just one little lamp that does it. But yeah, got a few things on the docket to discuss for sure. I'm still waiting on that damn email back from the art center, so I can book our date in October. Since it couldn't quite be September, it's gonna be October, so I'm still waiting on that. But it's going to be awesome because Boo Productions is also going to be joining us. So we're going to have a 9-man investigation team for that area, which will be insane. We'll have Andrew, Hart, her husband Garth. It'll be me, Jordan, Valkyrie, Jimmy from Ghost Quest, and then Jeff and Dana, which will be insane to have all of us doing this massive place together. And we all have our own ways how we want to go about it, and we'll be doing weird little things. So it is huge. Yes, I have spent a fair bit of my time doing research into the place, and then I reached out to Jeff and Dana, and they reached out to their group of people who've been collecting information on the place as well. And there's a whole lot of information that is not available for the Art Center online. There are some actual documented deaths at the location and stuff like that, so it's going to be really cool. I got the actual years, I got the dates. There's some controversy over a couple of the events that took place there. People aren't 100% sure if someone died there during one of the events, or if they just collapsed at the event and then got moved somewhere else and then passed away. There's like 2 conflicting accounts on that, so I got to investigate that a little bit more, but I'm super excited. So they will be there for that, so like Scooby-Doo and the gang, so you're going to have the mystery machine. Actually, Shy is going to be buying a brand new 2026 Buick tomorrow. And then I'll be taking that down. It only has 4 miles on it, so it's completely brand new. We'll be the first owners of it. So I'll be driving in a really nice car all the way to Ohio, so I'm excited about that too. Ask the ghost nuns to touch Jordan. No, I'll probably ask him to touch Andrew. I think that'd be a bit better. There's certain places in that in the art center where things go on. I didn't ask for like legit claims themselves, but people have said like, this is the kind of area and stuff like that. And what they described makes me think, well, maybe I should bring a couple extra little tools for this, and I've acquired a few more. And some of them will be arriving tomorrow, which I'm excited for. Getting myself all prepared nice and early. But I gotta wait for that guy named Patrick to get back a hold of me so I can definitively get that date. But it's going to be a really big group. We'll be able to cover a lot of different locations, break into like groups of 3. A mystery machine is for sale in Oregon, vintage wheels. Nah, I'm good. I am okay. That's way too far. It's raining. You don't want to go out there. You don't want to go out there, Sylvester. I'm telling you, you don't want to. It's raining. You don't want to be out there. It's wet. It's too wet out there for kitties. I have another drink of my apple juice here. The Scooby-Doo edit running through the doors in the hallway. There are a couple areas where that could possibly be done, I'm not going to lie. I'm debating if I bring more cameras or not. I think we'll have plenty of cameras, and then it'll just be a lot of like sharing footage amongst each other, because I'm guaranteed we're all going to get different views and everything. But it's going to be good. I'm excited for it. And I've gone through, has it been 3 videos so far that Jeff has collected from the art center? I think I've gone through 3 so far. And there's a whole slew of documents and articles that I've gone through. Who's going to be the bad guy unmasked today on Jake Hart? It's going to be him in a little clown mask. He'll be the killer clown of the art center. Old man Withers. It's going to be Jake Hart. He's the troll of the group, I'm pretty sure. Get that out of here. Okay. Your dog wants to go to the garage with you and end up putting her back in the house within minutes because it's hot out there? I mean, if the garage is closed off, the concrete should be cool if you have concrete. So it's not so bad, and then just bring water out for them. I'm also pulling a Shy tonight. I have my Red Bull. I got my adult apple juice. And as always, I got myself my water. Whoop. Apparently my lid was not tight enough. There we go. Picked it up and some water dripped out. That's not good. But yeah, super excited for that. I have another like $500 worth of equipment. No, probably close to like $650 worth of equipment yet. 3 drinks. I know it's the 3 drink thing. It happened. It happened. You got Blue Powerade? Nice. I don't remember if this one was mine or if Shy left this one out, but I found it, so I'm finishing it. Can never let good Red Bull go to waste. Are you sure you want out? It's raining. Alright. I gotta throw the cat out. That's always a fucking trope, I guess, now. Let's go, come on. Gonna get wet. Well, if he gets wet, it's his own problem, I guess. Oh. Did I just get a fucking message? Yep. Okay. Ugh. Oh, actually, I'm gonna look up right quick on what is all coming tomorrow because I don't exactly remember. I don't think it's the data loggers. I think I have that set for a different day. Hold up. Well, that's really bright. So, my voice recorders are coming tomorrow. My thermal camera case is coming tomorrow. And the 3 tripods are coming tomorrow as well, which will be really nice to have those. And then I still have my Zoom recorder, H1 Essential handheld recorder. It's what I used back during government stuff. I have the temperature data loggers, humidity, atmospheric pressure ones on there, the thermal camera, and then I have some spare SD cards that are coming, and each camera comes with 2 batteries, so that should be perfect. I think each battery has a 8 to 12 hour lifespan or something like that, so that should cover me well enough. Hello there, Mayo. You bribed the cat with extra nip. Uh-huh. You just want to see my butt. Which voice recorder did you go for? Not the DR60. Just simple voice recorders that actually have a decibel range in which they will activate. So from 0 decibel to 80 decibel, they will kick on and record. They also have a password protection, so no matter who is in the group with me, they can't fuck with my files because I will be the only one with the password for it. I'm thinking. That way no one can mess with my shit. It's going to be password protected. It's a set it and forget it system, which is what I like. I like a set it and forget it. And they have 120 hours worth of recording time and stuff like that. So I'm going to be super happy with that. Extra batteries and SD cards. Yes, each camera has 2 batteries, and I'm each camera comes with a 32 gig SD card, and then I'm buying 128s. Probably going to record everything in like 1080p, so it doesn't take up as much information on the card instead of the 4K. But it all depends on how I'm feeling and exactly how much information the 4K takes up over the 1080. Got a Tascam because you saw it on so many ghost hunting shows. It's pretty good for capturing ocean sounds. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid anything I've seen on those if I can. Battery chargers, I do already have a battery charger. Yep. I'll make sure that everything is fully charged the night before, including my little flashlights here, because I got to make sure that I have no problem seeing in the dark. I'm not going to end up being a J-cart, you know what I mean? Make sure these things are all good and up to snuff. And like I said, since they're physical manipulation, they can also be used as a tool for interacting as well. Oh, I do need to pick up an oxygen monitor and or a radon CO2 monitor. Biggest reason is for safety, but because lack of oxygen does lead to people having hallucinations, hearing things, senses of, bewilderment and feeling disjointed and whatnot. So having a monitor that can find that would be very beneficial, because some of that stuff goes unchecked for long periods of time without anyone even realizing it. And if there's like a small pocket somewhere in the building or in the basement per se, this would help notify us with sound, someone going, warning, oxygen low, or something along those lines, right? And I got to pick up, I got to put on the list, and I forgot to, the like smart watches that monitor my heart rate and stuff like that, so that if I feel like something is happening, right, and my heart rate increases, I can either go, okay, well now I'm feeling paranoid because my heart rate is going up. I need to calm myself down and see if I still feel the same sensation type of situation. They should have carbon monoxide alarms in the building. Some do, some don't. Not all buildings do. Someone gotta stop me from bumbling in the dark. I'm terrified. I'm a tiefling with terrible night vision. Great, great. I'll make sure you go with, like, you could go with Hart and Garth. I think that'd be a perfect place for you. You guys would just be a bunch of little giggly fucks. All the damn time. Well, so, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. Technically, it's infrasion, then became dark vision, yada, yada, yada. They have ultravision. It all depends. Something that detects infrasound would be specialized equipment, though. Would be worth bringing your own CO2. I wouldn't be checking for infrasound. That's not what I'm checking for. I'm checking for gas leak. So radon is the type of gas that occurs naturally in us, and usually radon actually comes up through the ground into our basements. And if radon overpowers the oxygen, you'll start to feel the exact same effects as infrasound, supposedly. There's various studies on whether it works that way or not, but I will not be searching for infrasound. That is not, that is out so far outside my wheelhouse. I can look for things that are more construction based and stuff like that because I've done that type of work. You're the gas man. Ha! I wish I had some fucking natural gas, man. It'd be so much nicer. One of the big things I'm worried about is noise pollution and the like. And I've talked with Jeff and Dana about it a fair bit. And there is noise pollution, but Jeff said for the most part you can almost distinctly discern what it is. Right? If it's the elevator in the place, someone going up the stairs, someone outside talking, you can almost always discern what it is. Live in California, no one has a basement. My uncle did, but he made his own wine, old Portuguese guy. Yeah, I've heard that basements are a little bit more rare out there. Beagle the plumber. I was not a plumber. Not a plumber. No. You living in a cave? Damn, it's dark. I just don't have the overhead light on. That's it. Here, I'll turn it on. God damn. Boom. Brighter than day and now. And now I look darker and lighter on the side. Thanks, Sway. No, I did construction and demolition, and that was one of the things we always had to worry about when getting ourselves into small little crawl spaces is not having enough oxygen, because sometimes there is natural gas leak which you wouldn't be able to tell, which is why gas is supposed to have that smell of sulfur and rotten eggs. Otherwise, you'd never know it was there. No plumber's crack. I keep my pants pulled up, thank you very much. I try to avoid showing off my crack. Not the big light. Yeah, right. Mr. Glowstick is back. You're one to talk, Jesse. Yeah, so there's a number of things. Like I said, I have gone through the records, and I've double checked and triple checked some of what Jeff has sent me, and his his friends and his team has collected there in Toledo, and I can find 4 100% undeniable documented deaths at the CAC. There are a couple disputed things there. There is an associated suicide. There is the folklore legend, which I think is actually part of the associated suicide, and then just kind of went down a trail with that. There's no documented evidence of any nuns ending their own lives there, but there is documented evidence of nuns dying on the property due to what would most likely be old age and illness. And then there's one really big incident event that is kind of it's written to say that one thing, that the event where a guy had a heart attack, it's one word in particular. It's the word at. It says he died at this location, but another thing, it says he died by the heart attack at this location. So it's kind of a, it's like a word semantics thing. It's just one fucking word, and I'm trying to definitively pinpoint whether it happened there or died at a different location. He's not going to be dressed as Dolly. He's going to do that way sooner. Like next week sooner. We got months yet. At least I hope so. I don't want anyone dressed as Dolly. Because then they're going to like, ooh, touch my suit. I'm like, no, fuck that. It's going to give me the heebie-jeebies. No. No, sir. I don't want it. But maybe I would want it. Yes, yes. Make me all sticky. Dressed as Dolly. Dolly is the so-called psychic from Australia. That got rather loud. I'll be right back. I think I gotta close my bathroom door to my washer. Stay, chair. Stay. Yeah, no, I was not referencing Salvador Dali at all.
Sticky. Yes, yes. 100% sticky for everyone. Yes, yes. Everyone's 100% sticky. Yes.
Polyester, just say no. I mean, if that's what they like, that's what they like. Wash machine. No, so it just sounds like it's revving up a lot because it's got a big blanket in there. Like it's a 7-foot long by like 6-foot wide blanket. It's a big guy. And so it takes a little bit extra power to get it spinning to dry that one. And it just sounds loud sometimes. It's only for that one specific blanket because it's just a heavy blanket. The Aussie fake medium. I'm not even sure what to call her, a medium. Just Dolly the fake, I guess. Sounds like a great title. Don't have to worry about her showing up at all, because this is all my personal opinion. And I'm not famous enough to have anything of validity across many platforms. Yes, yes. You see, that's why it's quite nice being very small. I can say as I choose and say what I want and fuck the rest. Yes, yes. Indeed. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh. Trying to think. Yes. Small. Yes, small. Had a thought and just vanished. Drier than Sahara. I mean, with that heat wave going through, that sounds about damn right. She gonna fucking dry up. What are you drinking? I am drinking adult apple juice. Yes. Yes. Adult apple juice. Very much adult apple juice. Mixed with a little bit of squirt. Which, for those that don't know, it's a grapefruit soda, and it works really well with apple whiskey. Actually, works really well with just about any whiskey. But mine's apple, so this is my apple juice. And when you do it to get like the best flavor, you only put enough adult beverage in the squirt to make it change color. Once it starts to change color, you've had just enough, and it adds a really nice flavor. Yes, my Father's Day gift, yes, yes. Most certainly indeed, yes. You want a popsicle? No, trying to think. Looks like foggy water. I mean, if you've ever had squirt by itself, that's basically what it is. You can't really see through it. It's very thick. It's very thick. I do know that I am going to credit Jeff and his team for any information I use, and along with the article images that I use as well, because they did give me access to their videos, their articles, to different sources as well. Long stuff. How long will we be staying in Ohio? Probably for a weekend. So I'll either leave here on either Thursday night to bypass a lot of the traffic that I'll be running into through Illinois, or I'll be leaving very early Friday morning and then probably staying until Monday. So I'll be there for a weekend. So during that time, there will be no videos from me unless I can figure out how to do like a driving stream. Which, if I do that, it's just going to be me singing a bunch of songs terribly because I don't have any singing capability whatsoever. But it shall be fun. I'm super excited to like sit inside a goddamn hot tub and rest my weary body. As long as the hot tub's big enough. That's my fear. Is that it's just not going to be big enough. Excuse me. Beagle driving stream? Maybe. The brand new car that we're getting tomorrow, the 2026 Buick. The fuck was it again? Buick Envista. It does have a gigantic screen, so I'll be able to read stuff if I can connect it all properly and whatnots. So yeah, I probably could. And I know that once I get the date set in stone, because I have the money to pay for it right now, Andrew said he'd pay me back, and that would be money I'd use for my lodging during that time. Just checking my email again. God damn it, they're not getting back to me yet. Beagle, I can lend you my new car for the drive. No. I've seen your new car. We're getting a new one brand new tomorrow with only 4 miles on it. So yeah, we're getting a brand new one tomorrow. And I love Buicks. Buicks are always good. They hold value for so long. The body on a Buick will wreck long before the engine ever does. I wish they had a 3.8 in them again, because the 3.8 engine that was in my Buick LeSabre, 1997 Buick LeSabre, that engine survived so much. The car was a boat, but it went through blizzard after blizzard after blizzard with no problem. Driving with snow 2 to 3 feet high, it would still just plow right through it. And God, do I miss it. Oh. But we'll have a 2026 Buick Envista. It's gonna cost around $26,000 for brand new, but we have the money and we're just gonna pay it outright. That we don't have to worry about payments. And we'll get that tomorrow. And then Thursday, the people are coming to give us an estimate of how much it's going to cost to level out our foundation a bit. Then I can actually finish the floor, because I put the floor in and I got really pissed off because that's when I realized it sloped so bad. And I tried putting down a whole new subfloor, and I realized the subfloor is level, but we have this little fucking hump right here. It's like, no. And then, yeah, just everything goes straight to this fucking corner. So we're going to try to level the house out. And get that estimate on Thursday. Test drove a Buick last week. Buicks are amazing. They ride so nice. They last fucking forever. They hold their value. They are luxury vehicles, and they are relatively inexpensive. For vehicles, like, they're relatively inexpensive. The dealership we called, we were actually going to go for this 2024 Buick Invista, and it only had like 10,000 miles on it, so not very much. And they wanted like 25,000 for it. And they called us back like 20 minutes later going, hey, we have a brand new, like, fresh on the lot 2026. Would you want that instead? And we asked how much, like, only $1,000 more. Like, we'll take it. 4 miles on her, we'll take it. It's got a 1.2 turbo in it, a 1.2 liter turbo engine, which is fairly reliable. They're fairly cheap to replace. It isn't a whole lot. It'd be like around $1,000 to $3,000 to replace the engine if anything were to happen to it. But they're kind of rated to be, you know, good for upwards of 180 to 200,000 miles. So that thing will last us fucking ages. I am very easy on cars. Shy is not, but I am. So I'm thrilled about that. So we get a new car. I get to have a whole bunch of new gadgets coming in tomorrow. And then hopefully I can order some more gadgets on Friday and then have them by next Monday. Get everything I need, and then I can show you guys my great big investigative haul. And then I'll schedule a weekend with Boogie, and he and I can go investigate Green Eyes Bridge. And next month, I will be gone for a full weekend for Rockfest. I want to say it is July 13th. Something around there. I will be gone for a full weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be gone completely. More than likely Sunday, because I'll have to... Did you visit any dealerships or nah? So when I go hunting for a car, I know exactly what type of car I'm looking for, so I don't have to visit a dealership. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I do a fair bit of research long before I ever venture out of the house. So nah, I did not go to the dealership. Sha'll be going there tomorrow. She'll get her first little test drive of it. But we've already decided we're buying it because Buicks are always top tier. A Buick is like the poor man's Lexus or Mercedes or Rolls Royce, right? They are extremely nice driving vehicles. Very comfortable. They are a poor man's luxury vehicle, and I fucking love them. King of research right here. Oh fuck yeah, dude. when I reached out to Boo Productions and they gave me all their stuff, I spent my Father's Day going through videos and articles and documents, and then taking those articles, checking them out online, finding where the actual newspapers came from, what year the article came out, what the date was, whether there was validity to it. I did all my research on Father's Day when no one was fucking home. For a place I'm not going to until October. I do a lot of research because I'm fucking weird. I don't do as much as the paranormal engineer, but I do a fucking lot, okay? I don't do as much as he does. I don't do as much as Mike. I don't do as much as Florio, but I will fucking dive myself head straight into fucking research. It might be because of what I went for in college, but hey, I'm a man of science and logic, man. I'd rather know what I'm getting into before I get into it. Mm-hmm. Why do you think it takes so long for me to fucking do collaborations with people? I have to learn to trust them first. I still don't know if I trust Andrew all the way. No, I'm kidding. He's a good guy. He gives me a lot of shit on TikTok. I send him weird shit. He sends me weird shit. I think it's J-Cart. J-Cart's the one I got to worry about. Not because he'll do me wrong, but he's the one I got to worry about. Love to see me and Mason do a collab. Shit. I think just sitting down and talking to him about the various theories and stuff like that, equipment out there, things he's done, things I've thought about doing. The fact that we're both on the same idea that you should really bring a level. He likes the laser levels. I'm more accustomed to using like the actual manual levels myself. But if I had a decent laser level, I'd take that. The last one had freaking fell off the deck and shattered, so it didn't help me any. That might be why my deck isn't fully finished, because I just haven't gotten a new laser level yet. That and everyone else is afraid to go on my deck, so it's just me doing it. So if it takes a while, it takes a while. It's just my little hidey hole, basically. Some people have seen the view from my deck, and it's really nice. You gotta get the best for the money you have. True. When I go to buy something, I'm definitely looking up reviews. I'm making sure that what I'm getting is going to provide me with what I want out of it. Like with the digital recorders I mentioned, the sheer fact that they have a passcode on them to make sure that everything is protected and that no one can erase it is something I really wanted. Because that means no matter who is in whatever group I'm with, unless they destroy my recorder, they cannot remove the stuff from it. Because I will have the password, no one else will. That's going to be the same thing with the SDs and stuff like that. So I'm going to bring a laptop with me so I can take immediately, once everything is done, pop the SD out of the camera, straight into the laptop, transfer it over immediately onto a password protected laptop. Excuse me. Not because I don't trust people, but because security is a big thing. Do I think I'm actually going to receive anything or get anything out of it? Not entirely. No, I don't think I will, but one never truly knows. I do think that I will need to bring a chest mounted GoPro just for that time period when everyone's packing up, because I have been told that's when usually something does happen, is when people get into a state of relaxation. Bring your PC with you. No, I'm bringing my laptop with me. My laptop's way stronger and faster than this PC. I am not carrying around this goddamn hulk of a thing. But as I was saying, like, when you're working on something and you get tunnel vision, right? I think that's what happens to a lot of investigators. We get very tunnel visioned, even when we're doing research. Like, I got very in depth into stuff. I literally had like 10 tabs open on 2 different windows of Internet Explorer and checking things out back and forth, back and forth. I believe that when you're doing an investigation, you're very centered, you're very focused, you have your blinders on without realizing it. And then when you're putting everything away, everyone's relaxing, and then something normal could happen, but you might perceive it as being paranormal or out of the ordinary or something strange, right? Because you're in a state of all the adrenaline going down, and you're kind of mellowing yourself out and putting yourself in a less tight, less formal, less protective stance. And so you might notice things a little bit easier at that point. So having a camera on while you're packing everything up might be a great way, because everyone's like, oh, it was happening when we were unpacking, or it happened when we were packing, so nothing was recording. Well, then get in the habit of carrying one that records during those things, maybe. I'm just saying. Hello there, feral goth gal. So that's what I plan on doing, is bringing something to record the setup process and teardown process. That way there's always a camera going somewhere. So a man's deck is a valuable tool. It very much is. My deck is amazing. I can sit out there and it's literally a fucking forest. Some people have seen images of it, and it's a massive forest beyond my deck. No innuendo intended in that, by the way. But I am super excited. And I've already heard Feral Goth Gal's voice, and now I'll be able to see her in person because I got to listen to an interview that she had with Jeff a while back. I took down a lot of notes, by the way. From my video conversation with Jeff and his wife, I think I wrote down almost 3 pages worth of notes in it from an hour-long conversation with them. And then I listened to the interview that Feral Goth did with Jeff, where you don't hear Jeff's audio. His audio is completely gone, so all you can hear is hers. And so I don't get to hear the questions, but I get to hear the answer. So I'm writing like, what the hell was questioned? What did he ask? And then I write down notes on what the answer is, and then I went back through the stuff I've been given to see if there's correlation, if things match up. I've been doing a lot of research. I'll continue to do more into the truest history that I can get, that you can't really find online, because I'm not there. I'm not in fucking Toledo. I can't go visit the libraries and stuff yet. Lurking while working right now. I appreciate that, Kyle. Also, Feral Goth, he never emailed me back. Patrick never got back to me. I've been checking my email all day long. Nothing. Silence. I want to get that date set in stone, man. Actually, I'm going to check right now, too. Nothing. Damn it. He should be getting back to you. I fucking hope so. I've been waiting all day long. Just to get it squared away and set in stone, because then I know that everyone can get prepared for that trip a little bit better that way. And I definitely wanted to have it all set up before, it gets too late in the year and whatever. I'm super stoked and excited for it, though. He does it from home, he said, so it might be tonight. Yes, I like that idea. That makes me happy. Because it'll be so nice to have this massive group of 9 people for this. Beagle got ghosted. Ha ha ha, Sway, you're a funny motherfucker. And I ain't talking about your looks, man. Nah, you're a sexy sumbitch. I wish I had that body. Give me that body. Nah, I'm over the fucking moon for this whole thing to go on. I really am. Even though I'm very hesitant about collaborations in general, I'm really excited to do it. And the research is really helping fuel me a bit more. And it helps me get away from the unpleasantness that I'm dealing with in my personal life right now. Diving into these things and doing streams helps me get away from some of that nasty shit. I do have the death certificate of Joseph. I have his death certificate. I do have a number of articles that I've gone through. So I do have that. I have the dates. I have the years that they were released and published. So I have that information. I've been double, triple checking a lot of it. I have a couple inconsistencies, but it could have just been from the time period that it was written down, or maybe someone just got it wrong, or maybe there was a misinterpretation. So there's a few inconsistencies, but I have a lot of it. I got invited to a private Google Drive just full of information. So I've been combing through it and then going, wait, did it say this or did it say that? And then I go back through and try to find it and try to match it up to other stuff. Oh yeah. Send them to Kenny. Beagle prepping like a school teacher. Fuck off, dude. Okay. correct. You're not wrong, and I'll tell you why. When I was back in college, I tutored people in statistics. I tutored people in anatomy and physiology. I tutored people in physics. I tutored people in research methods. I tutored people in the hell. What else would it? It wasn't calculus. Basic algebra or whatever it was. When I went to the other university, it was law and ethics, healthcare and ethics, kinesiology. So yeah, I have one of those minds where I can take a lot of information in and I can teach people the information because I dive so deep into it. I'm usually better at teaching it than applying it myself, but I tutored a lot of things, and when people are like, I feel intimidated by him, one of my professors asked me to introduce myself to the class, and I said, you can just call me big bastard, tall motherfucker. You can call me Beagle. You can call me Wyatt. I really don't care what you call me. But I guarantee you, if you listen to what I tell you and you ask the questions you need to ask, you're going to pass this class just fine. And out of all the people I tutored, they all scored higher in those classes than I did when I took them. So I'm way better at teaching than applying. my professor, one of them for my psychology courses, including my research methods and statistics, he was actually told he was only allowed to have one TA or one tutor for that. And then he actually got 4 of them in total. Do you have Mother Catherine's death certificate? I don't remember. One moment. I have it written down somewhere over here. I have Joseph, I have Mary Alexis, I have Claire, I have Mary Borga, I think. Those are the only ones I think I do have. Not necessarily birth certificates, but documented evidence of. So you said Catherine. I don't believe so, no. That might be one that I haven't gotten to yet in their massive list of documents and files. I don't know exactly what all Jeff and his team have acquired. I'm still combing through some of it. Looking over his lessons plan right now. Shut up. I take notes, man. I take a lot of notes. It's kind of why, like, if I have information, people seem to actually give a shit about it because they know I'm actually looking into it. I'm not just spitting bullshit. That's like the whole, shit that happened to Segway back and the shit that happened to Beardo. I look into things a bit deeper. I try to collect as much information. There's always constantly little investigator groups that like to associate with me and talk with me, and they go out and they find things and they bring them back, and then we go through it, we calculate it, and we all compile it. And yes, we do research. But if you do have anything you want to share about the history, Feral Goth, fucking email it to me. I will dive straight into that. I will double, triple, and like quadruple check if I have the capabilities. I do plan on when I get down there to visit the library and stuff like that to see if I can find any other articles and newspapers and stuff like that, and microfilament or whatever I can to see if I can find any more information. Because when you look online for the art center, it literally states there are no documented deaths on the property, and that is false. There are documented deaths, but they're primarily like localized documents rather than big national headlines. So I procrastinate, always wait until last minute unless wife screams at me. I usually have to tell Shy, if you want something done, you better tell me when you want it done by, because if I get in like dive into something, I'll fucking forget it. I do it all the time. I have to write down notes for myself on just about everything. Otherwise, I will forget stuff because I will dive so deep into other things. Whoops. Oh shit, where'd that go? There it is. Like literally, I write notes on everything for myself. So let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are at 6 full pages of notes between the stuff I've gotten so far. Just involving the CAC. And some of the surrounding things, like when things transferred over, when stuff went to the new location over on Indian Head Road, I think, or Indian Head Road, whichever one it is. Some of the stuff involving over there, some of the stuff that's associated with the academy before it became the art center, which might have led to some of the local lore involving the art center. So BGSU has all of the college documents. Let me find a pen. I know I have one. That is not a pen. That is a white erase. There we go. BGSU. Come on, work for me. There we go. BGSU. There we go. College doc. See, this is what I do. I write a lot of like shorthand notes all the time. Even when I'm about to interview people or have sit-down conversations with them, I'm writing notes of questions I want to ask them, and then I'm writing notes to their answers. Always be doing it. It helps save the mind. Gets it going out there longer. It'll save you in the long run. Make you look like less of a fool. Bowling Green State University. Damn it. Pretty sure I've written this down because I heard it somewhere else as well. I don't know if it was from you or from one of the things I read or someone else stated it. 45 minutes south? Okay. Well, like I said, I plan on getting a hotel by the waterfront, which, if I'm going to be down there, I might as well be down there in some really nice areas. So yeah. Appreciate that. And if you have anything else you think I might be interested in, you're more than welcome to email me, because I'll definitely sink my teeth into it. Any hoozle. And everyone on the left, a beagle in his natural habitat. Note taking. Fuck off. So rare. Shut up. Okay, so the whole note taking thing really like took off when I was learning how to do Dungeons and Dragons. My father told me if it's not written down, it doesn't matter. And because I love D&D so much, I really wanted to make sure that I'm keeping up with everything that's going on in the campaigns. And when you do a character sheet, if you don't write something down, you don't have it. So if you are, let's say from AD&D, let's say you're a fighter playing with the Unearthed Arcana, which allows you to have a double specialization. So you get a +3 to attack, +3 damage, 3 attacks every 2 rounds, right? If you don't write that down, you don't have that ability. Until you get to the next safe location, then you can actually obtain it. That's the way we play. That's the way I still play. If you don't have it written down, it doesn't exist. Hey, looky there. Boo Production. Oh, shit. Oh, please tell me I didn't just break you. Nope, that was really tight, though. Howdy, Jeff. We were just speaking about you and all the stuff I've written down about the art center and everything I've gone through and the videos I've perused and getting more information and trying to make sure that Patrick reaches out to me so I can make sure I definitely have the date we want. And the fact that you're going to be joining us, because everyone's super excited about that. I summoned Jeff. I summoned them all. I mean, I can summon demons, just not in the bathroom, remember? As long as I don't summon the demons in the bathroom, I'm fine. I'm innocent, never. If it's not written down, it doesn't matter. Is one I haven't heard before. I mean, it's if you're playing D&D and it's not written down, it doesn't exist. And for me, like, if it's information about claims or people's, sensations about a place, the historical accuracy in the record, if it's not on the historical record, if it can't be found, if it's not documented, you have to treat it as though it doesn't exist. because it is not there physically. Which is why when people tell me about their experiences, I have to take them with a grain of salt, right? Because number one, I didn't experience it. Number two, it's not a documented, factual event. It is someone's perception or someone's emotional experience, someone's inclination. It is their personal thing. It's not a big public, well documented situation, so I have to take that all with a grain of salt, and then I have to look at the claim itself, which is what I've done even way back when I was watching Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures, because it's like, was that really going to happen? Is that real legit? Did Zach actually get possessed and start choking him damn self? He might choke himself in the, his bathroom or his closet, whatever, but I don't think he was possessed when he choked himself, but he probably chokes himself. Just saying. Oh, that's a terrible image. Erotic asphyxiation, man. Oh, that's a bad thing. Innocent till proven guilty kind of thing. Yeah, basically. It's a good way to think about it. And it's not like I'm dismissing any of their claims or their experiences, but because I haven't experienced them, I have to accept them what they are, and then I have to look at what's available to see if anything coincides with it, adds more to it, takes away from it. If someone goes, oh, I feel this nasty masculine presence here, but let's say no man ever died on the property, that would kind of take away that masculine sensation if no man died, unless a female entity-ish thing were to be there that was extremely male dominant acting, right? Like the matriarch of a household. Then you have to go through the history, see if that ever happened, type of situation, to see if that claim could be validated for them based on the situation. That's how my mind works. It doesn't take away from the claim, but it makes so I have to dig a little bit deeper to find more of it. I'm a nasty masculine presence. I say the same. People say I'm a softie. I just realized I'm missing my bracelet. I think I left it in the bathroom. Hold on. I was wondering when my hand felt naked there for a moment. I don't want to damage my my new Father's Day gift, so I make sure to take it off before I shower. Don't want to damage the mechanism in it that clicks it on and clicks it off. But it's the whole thing, like if you wear a ring or a necklace for so long, you just feel odd if it's not there. Which that could also be something that people do experience as well. Like, let's say the person is used to wearing long sleeves, but they get into an area that's super hot and they take the long sleeves off and their body just doesn't feel right because they're used to having their arms covered. Did Jessie fall asleep? Maybe. She did say she wasn't feeling very well. I told her to take some NyQuil, and we all know what NyQuil shots do to people. You go. Disclaimer, do not take NyQuil shots as like a remedy for things. Take NyQuil as intended. There we go, disclaimer over. Oh, the NyQuil shots. That's been so long since we brought that up. Jesus Christ. Good times, good times. So how you doing, OGF? I'm gonna check to see if Patrick messaged me back yet. Like, I've been checking my email all day long, and I've gotten messages from other people, but not the one I'm looking for. It's getting me busy. Oh. Yeah, and then it was after speaking with Jeff and his wife that I decided we really got to have some type of gas meter or O2 sensor to see if there's a spot anywhere in that building where the oxygen is just lower. It's lessened because of something either coming in or pushing it out. Because that can lead to some of the personal experiences I've heard about. So you always want to make sure that isn't an actual thing. Along with seeing there's any big places of EMF that could be going on. Some people could be very sensitive to it. I know that the old fluorescent lighting, like back in high school, those great big fluorescent bulbs, I hated the fact that when they turned on, I could hear them hum. It drove me nuts. And if I was in a room long enough with those damn things, I would start to fall asleep. Then come back with a controversial question. Oh, fuck. Am I in trouble already? Damn. How's it going there, Moose? And then come back with a controversial question. Okay, I'm fine with that. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, I hate those like old fluorescent bulbs. I hated the hum they made. And if I was in a room long enough, and it happened almost all the time in the chemistry room and the anatomy and physiology room when I was in high school, I would almost strictly fall asleep in those places constantly because of that damn hum. Ooh. It does have lead paint and asbestos. So that could also lead to certain things. Lead does lead to a lot of ill feelings, especially people that are more sensitive to it. Maybe that's why we all turned out a little crazy, you know, from like the the 80s onward until like the mid 90s. The fluorescent bulbs make horrible, yeah, they make horrible noises. It might not even be like not licking the walls per se, but if you go into a certain area, put your hand on something, right? A bit of it flakes off, it gets under your fingernails, yada yada yada. It can happen. Those lights are stupidly annoying. See, everyone knows about it, and those lights are giving off electromagnetic field. Like you can actually put your hands up there and feel the static, right? For me, it just makes me feel really sleepy, and I fucking pass out. For other people, it may make them feel awkward or anxious or what have you. Don't eat the paint chips. No, don't do that. The flickering whining is annoying. Yes. And like, if Boogie was here, I think he could even validate it. I think I only fell asleep ever in our chemistry room and the anatomy and physiology room. I think that was the only two places I'd fall asleep at. I've been told it's all trapped under layers of paint, but yeah, don't chew paint chips. No, don't chew any type of paint chips. Doesn't matter if it's lead based or not. Don't do it. Don't. I wonder if magnets stick to me then. Well, Sway, considering that everyone's attracted to you, yes, sir. You give off that positive energy and then you suck up that negative. Super collision. Magnetics. Reminds me of the ICP song Miracles. It literally goes, magnets, how do they work? Don't ask a scientist because you're getting me pissed or something like that. Yeah, don't lick any type of paint. Don't lick paint. Don't eat paint chips. Don't do NyQuil shots. Don't play with mercury in your hands. Don't run around with lead. Just don't do it. All right, it's not good for you. At least not long term. How did they work? Right. Oh my god, I am so happy to be seeing ICP next month. Oh, I love them. ICP, Limp Bizkit, Gojira, Hailstorm will be there. Fuck, I can't remember the entire lineup, but it's a damn good lineup. I'm super excited. Fred Durst has a giant fucking beard. Trying to look like the next ZZ Top. That thing is gray as fuck. Done all those things. Ugh. I'm getting warm. There we go. Body Count will be there. Will they be there at Rockfest? In Cadott, Wisconsin? I don't remember. All right, now I'm going to look at the lineup. God damn it. Nope, not Crocfest. I want Rockfest. Crocfest would be so good for Mason, though. Either that or someone down in Florida would be super thrilled to see Crocs. I Prevail will be there. Machine Head. Let's see here. Magnolia Park. Yep, Body Count's going to be there. Let's see. Pretty Reckless. They weren't super good last time. I'm super happy about Hollywood Undead and Pop Evil. Big fans of them. Butcher Babies. I'm all right by them. Let's see. Ozzy Reborn. That's a tribute band. Let's see. It's a really, really good. There's a Megabeth project. Yeah, we don't get the bonus bash, which really sucks because that'd be Buck Cherry, and that'd be fucking so goddamn fun. But July 17th, yeah. Crocfest is in LA this year. Crocfest would seriously be a place for Mason to go. That man loves Crocs. I've never owned a pair of Crocs. I never will. I do not see the appeal in them. I will never, ever wear them. I do want to get myself a pair of new boots, though. Good lineup. Oh, yeah, it's an amazing lineup. I'm stoked. And Boogie and I think, are either going to be at his place or maybe get his mom's place for a nice big old fucking bonfire. Is a former holy site. I think darker entities take over these places once they're abandoned. Is that a crazy theory? Well, that depends on like how deep you go into religion, right? I am Catholic. I am not a practicing Catholic anymore. I still remember everything I learned. I've still been confirmed Catholic. I still believe in a higher power, but I don't believe everything that the book has. The book is, to me, all allegory, right? Stories to live by, to learn by. If I were to have, not using my logical brain and using my actual heartfelt thought, I would say more than likely not. My only reason is, once a holy site is deemed a holy site, once it is, sanctified, from what I've always been told, that sanctity never goes away unless the grounds have been desecrated. So unless the grounds were desecrated by some other force beyond, an evil entity, right? Then yeah, maybe something could come in. Do I believe in demons, angels, yada, yada, yada? Me personally, I don't believe in that. I do believe that if someone is a nasty motherfucker in life, they could be a nasty motherfucker in death, right? If you're a good person in life, you could be a great person in death, just like you were in life. I don't go with the angels, devils concept. It's a great question, and it is very much a theology question, like where your beliefs are in it. I don't know. I don't even know if I believe that you can have consecrated ground. I don't even know if I believe in anything like that, right? I feel the site has been because of rumor. Yeah, so there's rumored witchcraft. There is a painted, is it pentagram? Is that what's under the stairs? Right? They did have the witch's ball there. They had a few other things and stuff like that there as well. So, fucking mustache. Goddamn hair went in my mouth. Not arguing, just love to pose the questions like this. No. I know you and I aren't going to argue about it. I very much think it all believes on what your belief system is. Do I believe if there were negative things going on there, do I think something could be attracted to that? Definitely. Do I think it's going to be a demon? Not necessarily. Could it be some weird motherfucker that's just bad? Yes, it could be. Witches aren't all bad though. I didn't say they were. Didn't say they were. And I never will, right? I'll never say witches are bad. I'll never say Wiccans are bad, anything like that. Pagans, no. I'm not going to say they're all bad. I'm not going to say any group of any religion is all bad, because that's just not the truth. There are always extremists on one side and the other, and there's always a middle ground, and there's some outliers in between. No matter how many, bushels of apples you get, you're going to have some rotten ones, no matter what you do. And that's just the way of it. So, yeah, there are definitely bad people in all aspects of religion, spiritualism, our own communities, all the way platforms, fucking HOAs. No matter where you go, you're always going to find negative people and just bad people in general. Usually the good outweigh the bad, but the bad get more press, so it seems like there's more bad than good, and it's always a fuck situation, but exactly. I mean, I'm a dick, but I'm a nice dick usually. How do you feel about fairies, land spirits, and elementals? Do I believe they are as we've written them down in books? No. Do I believe they are as we've claimed them to be on television? No. Do I think there could be something? I don't know, but if I'm walking through my forest, which I have done before, and I find a row of trees, which I have done before, and it looks like something is leading me into the woods where I might die, which has been happening before, maybe, because I got the notion in my head that I should really leave, which I did. So. Oh, shit. Fucker. Not the HOAs. Definitely creeped out in the chapel. Got to get into the chapel. And Feral Goth knows the code. Ooh. Yes. I've heard a couple things about the chapel. So. Like, when people ask me, do I believe in spirits and stuff? I don't believe in them as the way they are portrayed in so much literature and on television or anything like that. I do not believe in them in that regard. But I do believe that there might be something. Not that there is, but that there might. There's always the possible chance, which is why I do want to use as many things as I can to see if something can happen, right? And luckily, the majority of shit that we encounter all around the world has some form of physical manipulation aspect to it, whether we're being touched, pulled shirts, pulled hair, scratched, things being messed with, monkeyed with, played with, devices turning off, yada, yada, yada. The fact that it's all a physical manipulation, more so than electronic and more so than a spiritual manipulation, leads me to think that maybe, just maybe, there's a way to physically interact with these through another way of manipulation. Like toys. Not devices as toys, but the bell experiment, right? You put a bell in a room, if that motherfucker dings and no one touches it, you have physical manipulation. You put a ball on a solidly level table and that ball decides to move in a random location, right? And you put that ball back and it doesn't move for fucking hours. Physical manipulation. But, a Buick ad just showed up on your TV. Nice. Buicks are nice. I'm going to be so happy when we get ours. I gotta let my cat in because he doesn't want to be outside no more. Stupid chair. Just for you, Leanne. You still wanted to go, but it was wet. Yeah. We have that soda up here, but it's only in like very select locations. To see if anything blows it, not just a breeze or something. That's why I want to have a an anemometer, just because if it does get enough of a breeze and it makes the thing move, or it makes a weather vane turn or something like that, it'd be an interesting thing. I thought he was going to bend over. No, I'm not going to bend over and get spiked. But I'm going to bring along a bunch of little tools and experiments to kind of like give each group while they're doing their own thing, just to have something sitting there off of what they're doing and have a camera on it just to see if anything happens, under the whole premise of maybe something will happen when people aren't expecting it to happen. Rather than having all the cameras focused on what we are doing personally, have cameras in a couple areas focused on things that no one's really monkeying with, and see if anything happens. Who just sent me a TikTok while I'm streaming again? What the fuck? You're very welcome, Leanne. Because after talking with Jeff and reading through some things and looking at other claims through other shows, it's almost always when people are packing up or when they don't have things turned on. When I rewatched the Harrisville Haunting, with Joe Vitale in that, I noticed that some of the times when something would happen for them, it's when no one was expecting it. You did it, Sway? Are you serious, Sway? Swear to God. Nope, it was Boogie. Yeah, Cal, that is called the pinwheel. Yeah. You're gonna hate this, but I found an edition for Jordan's clown collection in our rummage. He does not need more clowns. That man is his own clown. He doesn't need more. But thank you for telling me in advance. I will probably pick him up something kind of clownish too. I'm fairly certain. I actually have an idea of something that I want to bring for some of the people down there. In my career, the interesting stuff happens on break or setup or teardown, hardly ever during sessions. That's why I want to have cameras on stuff that are not really being paid attention to, and then I want to actually wear a camera on myself for when we're doing the setup and the teardown and just chilling out and see if things happen, and leave my cameras on in their locations with the manipulation devices as long as possible. Yes. I am thinking ahead as much as I can to prepare for as many possible things, because that's how my mind works. I've already gone through like 7 different scenarios so far in my head about things that could happen and where they could happen and how I want to be prepared for it. And oy. Yay, overthinking. Hiya. As long as my neck doesn't give me any problems from now until then, I should be fine. You were gathering stuff for your creepy doll display. Ugh. All right. I'm going to have a gripe. I'm going to let my gripe go real quick here. Understand, it is not pointed at you, Feral Goth. It is not pointed at you. But I hate locations that have the creepy doll setups. Like, so many locations I've watched lately where people go to, there's dolls fucking everywhere. On the walls, on the door frames, on the windowsills. Like, oh my God, why are there so many fucking dolls? Because for some people, that'll like put them in that state of paranoia because they're constantly being watched by these soulless fucking things. I hate I hate the dolls. It's just a personal gripe I have. It makes me feel like I'm back at my grandmother's place, and I can't stand her doll staring at me either. You'll have no idea how many hours I spent watching DVR footage where absolutely nothing happens. I can say I understand, but not in the same regard. When I worked for the government and did governmental recordings for them, oh, believe me, I would rather watch nothing happening than watch a bunch of people sit around a table and just bicker about absolute dog shit. And that would go on anywhere from an hour upwards of 10 hours in a single night. And then I'd have to go back to the studio, put that all up, rewatch it all, do the edits I had to do the additions I had to do all over again. So I understand, Jeff. I didn't do the same thing as you, but I fucking understand watching and being bored out of your damn gourd. Chaos Theory Paranormal, hello, hello, hello. Pez dispenser display, I'm okay with. Your buddy's mom had a bunch of clowns sitting on the back of the toilet? Oh, no. No. I would flush them motherfuckers, no. No. I have a hard enough time with these like $3 over here. This one's not so bad. This one's cute. I like this one. I fucking hate this one. I don't like this French clown motherfucker. I hate this thing, okay? But it's here. I hate that when I touch this, it starts playing every time, and I do my best to grab it in something that doesn't move, which is the head. I don't like this dude. He always plays music, even if I never twist him up. He is old as sin. And like I said, I've never twisted him, and the thing still works. And then you lean him against the wall, and he slowly sinks back down and plays more. It's just because the mechanism is old, but when you think you have him in the right spot, it does that. It freaks me out every damn time. You have a haunted rocking horse toy? We have one of those. It's not haunted, but it fucking looks like it should be. Yeah, that's my big gripe about any investigative location, is having things that will kind of like elicit a specific response of fear, because a lot of people don't like dolls, they don't like the mannequins, they don't like eyes on them, and having the dolls everywhere just brings that out in people, and I hate it. My hand looks very veiny. Interesting. Sorry, that was weird. Has the creepiest clown painting in her bedroom. It's something a passed away family member bought. Nah, burn that shit. I already told Shy, and I'll tell everyone else if Shy and I ever separate, there's no clowns in this house other than what I have here. Nothing. I should be the biggest and only clown in the place. All right. Digging up doll parts in their garden. Shame on you. Actually, it's great. Hey, toy soldiers happen, man. It happened. But yeah, the pinwheel idea I'm probably going to go with. I'm going to go with the crayon idea that I've discussed with Cal before and talked about on stream as well. The bell idea. I'm going to be bringing along the thermal camera, specifically for the basement of the center. And then I'll have my other cameras set up as well. And since it's going to be like a 9-man like investigative party, there's a huge chance for like noise pollution in there and stuff like that. But since the place is large enough, we should be able to spread out and have people do their own things in different locations quite well. And since we're going for the 8 to 3:30 time slot, we should have plenty enough time to rotate people, take a nice long break, and let things just go. Don't let the others eat the crayons. I am not going to let Andrew touch my crayons, okay? He'd be the one to eat them. He's not touching them. Maybe Jimmy. Jimmy might too. I'm not letting them touch my crayons. They're my crayons. I will let them sniff the markers. They can have those. Not my crayons. My crayons are special. I'm just going in with like a little box of like, I think it's got 8 different colors in it. Nothing huge. And I'm going to try to put them in a way where they won't just start randomly rolling anywhere. So like if you have a book, the book is open, you put them in the crease of the book. That way they can't just roll randomly. They're stuck in a spot. So something has to move them itself. Ghost Quest Jimmy? Yes. Jimmy from Ghost Quest will be joining. So we will have you, Dana, Jimmy, Velk, me, Jake Hart, Andrew, Hart, and her husband Garth. So we'll have 9 of us. We are at Art Center. We have crayons. I'm bringing my own crayons. That way no one can mess with them. That way I know no one's going to manipulate my stuff. So yeah, we have a really big group. It's going to be really fun. This will be my first time meeting and speaking with Jimmy, I think at all. Although I think I have encountered him on his other account. Drummer something or other. Drummer Blanket? I think it's the other account that he uses, or I think I've ran into him before. Definitely stoked. Can't wait to meet all of you. Yeah, it's going to be freaking amazing. I got a knot in my hair. There we go. I hate when that happens. Like right at the end. Oh yeah, it'll be so much fun. Considering it's going to be my first ever, it'll probably be my second investigation ever. Drum Blanket. There you go. Because I plan on trying to test everything out and doing an investigation with Boogie, which is at one of our local areas, which is called Green Eyes Bridge, which has been a local legend for a long time. There's 2 distinct stories about Green Eyes. I don't know which one is more accurate. One of them indicates that a man hung himself after murdering his wife and his child. And the other one, which is what my grandfather told my father, was that it was a love affair where a man ended up taking his life on the bridge. The actual bridge is no longer there, but the foundation bits for the bridge can still be found. And my goal is to have Boogie on one side of it and me on the other side. And the whole story is that if you would walk over the bridge, you'd see green eyes staring up back at you through the water. Well, since the bridge itself doesn't exist anymore, there is another bridge down the way that people are claiming to be it, but it's not the original bridge. So putting us on either side of the river would give us the best possible outcome. He would have the exact same equipment that I would have, and we'd set it up the same way. And basically we would just not associate with each other during the investigation, just speak to the camera itself and have our bells and other shit. And see what would happen with it, you know? Gotta get up early and lay big ass heavy tiles early in the morning. See y'all later. Have a good night, Jeff. Please don't hurt yourself. I am so happy I don't lay tiles or concrete anymore. That shit like tore up my back. Instead I haul around big pieces of wood, and I'm not talking about what's in my pants. Boom. There's Mr. Jake Hart. Hello, my friend. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, that's the plan for me and Boogie once I get all the equipment to make that be our first actual investigation. And then going to Ohio will be my second official investigation with all the crazy people. He's here, it worked. Imagine that. Hi and bye, Jake Hart. Jake Hart, are you working right now? I don't remember if you work on Tuesdays or not. I know one thing I haven't done for a hot minute is had a wild open mic night again. Jake Hart is not allowed to eat the crayons. He can at least eat the red ones, I think. I think the red ones he'd be fine. Nope, you're off. Nice, nice. Well, if you decide you're in a ranty mood or a discussion mood, you're more than welcome to join in. I just have to get myself into the chat itself as well, but I always leave that option open to people in case they wanna. You drink the paint. Don't drink the paint. No, we already had this discussion earlier. We're not drinking paint, eating paint chips, licking walls. We're not doing that. No, bad boy. We don't need you to actually become Sid the Sloth, all right? There's enough videos of that shit. We don't need a real life one. We're good. We can avoid that for now. No, red 40 bad. Suggested wax crayons and a pinwheel. We call them windmills for the Ohio investigation. Actually, bringing one of those probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I would just need to make like a little stand for it, so there wouldn't be anything to stick it into. Maybe like carry like a little vase with me or whatever. I drink paint with every meal. That explains why you're a goalie. That way you can just sit and zone out. Love you, Sway. I zone out enough, or I get way too hyper fixated on something. You would ruin your nuggies with paint. How fucking dare you? Pour it on your ice cream. Jake Hartz will be eating the Elmers. My God. I don't think he's that insane. Andrew might do it. Garth might do it. Andrew's probably way more likely, though. I could talk about him. He doesn't show up here. You hyperfixate? Never. No, never. Lead paint? No. No. Maybe. I only hyperfixate on things that I really, really want, or something that really I enjoy, you know? Ooh, I got documents. Still didn't get my email, but I got documents. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Fucking Patrick. Yeah. I'm trying to get this place solidified, man, because I really got to, because it's a 10-hour trip one way for me, and I really gotta make sure I can get a hotel. Zone out? Never. Not ever, my friend. Not ever. Basically, all we've been talking about is a super fun time we're going to have in fucking Ohio. I haven't even gotten to the congratulations, Beardo, for winning an award. There we go. I got to it. It should have been mine. No. I think even after this investigation and these couple or whatever, these little collaborations, I'm still never going to call myself an investigator or a debunker or anything along those lines. I'm always just going to be a gamer through and through, completely, in a very opinionated, openly aggressive gamer who does Paris shit on the side. I think that's fairly accurate. Because I wouldn't want to give people the wrong impression, then have them be very, very sad that I don't do that shit very often. Although I did see something really strange today from an investigator, but Colin from Paranormal Files, I guess he's kind of going to be more or less done with doing stuff as frequently, and he's going to go back to editing everything himself, which, whatever. I don't think he seemed like he enjoyed doing what he did involving his doc on Epstein shit, and wants to do more, and he's hoping that a TV house or production company picks up his latest thing that he's done. So maybe he's getting out of YouTube. It's weird. Paranormal side quests. Yeah. Kind of like that, yeah. Jake Hartz is a reactor that enjoys the paranormal. You just enjoy horror-y shit. Wait. Horror-y. That sounds really bad no matter how I say that. Yeah, you enjoy para stuff. You enjoy horror. But saying horror-y doesn't, it doesn't come out well. I mean, you might enjoy that too, and if you do, that's on your own terms and your own street corners, but that is not what I was trying to say. But yeah. Paranormal side quest, that sounds about right. I think we'll go with that. I do paranormal and research side quests. Maybe too much research. Or horror-y. Yes, the second one. There. Yes. It sounds like a type of drug. Dude, they have some weird drug names, I'm not gonna lie. They have some weird, really strange ones. And then it makes you wonder, where did they come up with the name? That's usually the chemical concoction that they use, and one of the chemicals in it, that's usually where they get the name from, or a combination of the chemicals. And it's like, oh my god. No such thing as too much research. True. It is always good to research things very thoroughly and not just trust everything you find, go to other sources, you know. Like if I would have only used Google to see if there's any documented deaths at the art center, it tells you straight up, no, there's no documented deaths at all. And after I saw that, I'm like, well, that sounds really strange, because these people are claiming things here. Like, okay, well, let's go a couple other places. I looked a couple other places. Some said, yeah, there was lore about it, legends about it. Okay, well, I gotta dive even deeper now, and yada, yada, yada. They were high as shit when they named it. Sometimes I think the people who name medications are definitely high as shit, yeah. But in that same regard, sometimes people that name food concoctions are definitely high as shit. Because that's usually how the food concoction gets made. Don't mix ammonia with bleach. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Google is rarely right. Okay, Google can be very right if you know specifically what you're looking for. Because then it can find specifically what you need. But if you're typing in like very vague terms, it's really hard. And I thought I was narrowing it down very well. Like I was looking for deaths between 1905 to like 1985 at the Collingwood Art Center in Toledo, Ohio. And then I typed in deaths of nuns, yada, yada, yada. And it did not bring me fucking anything. And then I talked to Cal, and Cal suggested, speaking with Jeff, and I spoke with Jeff and Dana are like, oh yeah, we have tons of stuff to send you. Hold on here. Let's get a phone call going on. It's like, okay, I gave them my personal phone number. Like, okay, can we do like a, what was it? StreamYard call or whatever. Did that. They got to hear my kids giggling like little freaking monsters in the background. Got to see the cat on the back of the chair. Then they sent me a whole bunch more documents and a whole bunch more videos, and I just keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper into a giant rabbit hole. I'm never getting out, and I kind of enjoy it. It doesn't work as well anymore, no. It used to be way more like, it would give you a very big, broad area to look into, and something fairly close to what you're looking for right away. Nowadays, you got to be a little bit more exact, and sometimes you can't be exact enough. Luckily, when I started getting some of the images of documents they found, I was then able to do a photo search on that. It would find me the paper, it found me the year, it found the actual thing, give me a synopsis of it, and that's where I had a few other issues as well. But advertising mega site, that's all of them now. If all else fails, add plus Reddit to your search. Right. Oh, I hate combing Reddit so much though. I really hate combing Reddit. Uh I did comb Reddit to find the Pokemon videos that Jake Hart and I reacted to, which I'm going to install DaVinci and re-edit all that. I've re-recorded all the video that didn't get recorded the first time around, and it's just, oh my god. With all the stuff in my personal life, and I've described that with Jake Hart, he completely understands why I haven't finished it yet. He's really looking forward to it, and it's got other information that we didn't cover in it as well. But oh god, it's just been a ball ache trying to get all that footage that didn't get recorded. So it's just us talking to a black fucking screen. I was so mad when I found that out. Hello there, Sage Rat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. DaVinci Resolve is good. Yeah. I mean, if it's like Adobe Premiere, which is what I used to use when I worked for the government, stuff like that, I'll be able to use that no problem. It'll take me a little bit of extra time to relearn some of the old key bindings and whatever, the hotkeys, but it won't take me very long. I'll try working on that sometime tomorrow, getting that all installed and getting everything transferred over. And since it's a non-destructive system, unlike the other thing I was using, it makes it way easier, so if I fuck up, I don't lose my shit. This one, it doesn't save properly, so if you fuck up, you lose everything, which only happened to me 3 times. But yeah. Due to personal things outside of my control, I haven't gotten to finish what I wanted to finish, along with a couple other videos that I wanted to do. That's why I've been doing, like, discussing current events throughout the paranormal and other things just on lives briefly, because it just makes it easier for me right now. No AI DuckDuckGo is fairly reliable. It's a great name. Oh. I know one of the things I wanted to cover was like the bricks and minifigs thing, because I think that was insane, but that's a whole that whole thing got way too crazy and stuff got lost, people got sued, people got silenced, whole bunch of crazy shit. And then the numbers weren't accurate, and yeah, CoffeeZilla does a great breakdown on all of that, which is really good, and hopefully it helps save Ben's ass, but I guess we'll find out if it does or not in the long run. Yes. Usually just sticking to live stuff makes things way easier for me with my current life. Yeah. Anywho. I'm almost done with my apple. Although it no longer looks like apple juice. Now it has definitely lost the color. That'll happen over time though. So what's on your guys' minds? What do you wish to discuss further? Keep forgetting how many weirdos are out at night. There's a lot of weirdos out at night. Like, y'all have heard the crazy stories from when I was a Lyft driver, right? Pretty sure you guys have heard at least the majority of them, or at least a number of them. Quite a number of them involve David, too. By the way, if you see lights by my head outside that window, it's just cars passing. Okay? It's nothing to worry about. It's not spectral energies, it's just cars. Hey there, Boogie.
Yes, Master got 69. Oh, yes. Dirty, dirty. 69% sticky.
All right, all right, all right. Making a mess with an art project you've been planning for a while. That can be fun. Or disastrous, depending on what you're doing with the art. Like, if you're making a giant mess like paper mache, ooh, that shit's hard to get out of stuff. It's kind of messy to begin with anyways, but... Boogie, do you remember those nasty fluorescent lights back in high school? The big long ones that, like, constantly hummed and shit? That were in, Bert's and Sigurdsson's rooms. The really bad ones that always flickered. I think the library had the same problem. It always flickered. So we were talking about those earlier, how they had that nasty hum, and if you got too close to them, you could feel the static off of them and shit. Sage must be snoozing. Is this time for Sage Rats' sleeps? Did Sage Rats just drop in to say hi and then pass back out? Crazy little lurkers, aren't they? Because I think it was Bert's and Sigurdsson's room that was like the worst. I don't recall any other room that had really bad lights. Getting the good family some dinner. Nice. Oh, Leanne is dry. Damn, she ain't moist. Oh, hi, Heart. How's it going? I don't remember. I don't remember. I can feel that with all fluorescent lights, to be fair. Right, I suppose. Hidden storage box from an old book. There you go. That's a fun little thing. Drove Lyft. He had drunk people from the clubs puking in this car. Yeah. I never had that, though. Sure, paper and sharp instruments, right? Yeah, the drunk people driving for Lyft was always something. It's going. What up, fam? Just, discussing the investigation and stuff going on, in October, late September, early October. If the fucking guy ever gets back to me, it'll be October 3rd. Just waiting on him. Checking my email all day long. And the fact that we now have Boo Productions coming along with us for the investigation, so that's fucking awesome. I'm so excited. Yes, it'll be fun. I'm so stoked. Yes. I already told Andrew that was one of their openings, and I said I'd pay for it, and he said he'd pay me back, so that's kind of what we're going for right now. October 3rd is their only opening, and Jeff and Dana are going to be along with us, so yeah, I got them. They're more than happy to join us, so it's going to be a great big group. How the fuck did you not get told about this? Damn it, Andrew doesn't tell nobody. Andrew's got to stop keeping secrets, goddammit. I'll fucking tell people. Kyle's 60% sticky. Strobe lights. SOS. It's been a week. Or 3. Yeah, I've had some lot of weird shit going on, I'll tell you that much. The entire Scooby gang. It's gonna be fun. I am excited. Oh yeah, Heart is always welcome to rant and rave and chat about whatever the fuck she feels. I'm always cool with it. And I think a collaboration like this, where it's taking so many people across so many different avenues that all have a connection to the para stuff, is phenomenal, right? Um, Andrew's kind of everywhere. He's a really good documentarian. He's really good at like reporting the news. Hart is primarily horror games. Garth is redneck center. Uh, Jeff, Dana, they are actual investigators and do other things besides that. Jimmy is a actual investigator. I am a variety gamer. Jake Hart is a reaction person. Velk is kind of like a hidden overall everywhere character, like fly on the wall, visiting everybody, fly in the soup, jumping up in your face, you know, throwing their pants on the floor and running around and saying whoa, whoa, or something weird like that, you know. And we're all associated to the parish shit. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm just like glazing this entire fucking event before it ever happens. It's great. Horror games that I can't budget paranormal investigating. I know you did the ghost hunts. At least this place is fairly inexpensive compared to everything else, and some locations becoming even more expensive. Twin paranormal. Did you guys hear something? Um. So I'm just playing with my flashlight because I want to fidget with something, but I don't want it to be my bracelet and drop it. Yeah, this place is relatively inexpensive. I am actually spending more on the stuff to assist me with investigating the location than the location it costs. You know what I mean? Beagle will turn to the massive ring binder of notes. Hey, maybe. My whole thing with understanding the history of a location, if you have verified names, verified dates, verified time periods, you can then make your questions very distinctive and not vague. Like, what year did you die? Like, hey, do you remember passing away in this year? Or, like, you passed away in the 1900s. Do you recall what exact year it was? Right? And if you hear 1905, very distinct, very descriptive, very on point, very particular year. And in the case of the art center, there was a death in 1905. It'd be very poignant, very important. That's what I like to have. Although, like I said, there's a discrepancy with that particular death, which I don't like, but someone just could have heard something wrong or miscommunication, whatever. There is a discrepancy. I don't like it. There's technically two, but one of them is more minor than the other. Had you been licking the walls? No, but technically someone was climbing them, technically, at that point. But even if, a different video, I'll make a different video showing some of that stuff and giving credit to the people and discussing what I want to do with that information, which I already know the art center already has that information as well. But God, I hate when there's like inconsistencies like that. They're so close. You know it's the same situation, but the fact that certain words or certain things are different makes you go, why? And then it really makes me sad. But then it makes me dig even deeper. Yeah, if I get everything straightened out, I'll do a short little video somewhere down the way about what I have found out and like the other information that people are going to give me, because it's more true than some of the claims or lore or legends that are around the area. And like I say around the area because it's not just the art centers, places around it too. You sent me the article for that one. Awesome. I did have the article for that. And I did have the death certificate. And like I said, there's discrepancies between them. They're very small, but they bother me so much. Ugh. And then there's a discrepancy with Brian, and I don't like it. It's a single fucking word. Oh, and that discrepancy makes it so like it could be one way or the other based on one word, because one way it's written one way it's written the other, and it's like, which one is the actual truth? And I hate it. It drives me batty. Oh my god. A single word. Words are arbitrary and vague, and their meanings are the exact same. They're arbitrary, they're vague, and like, it's so terrible that a single word can change an entire sentence, the entire meaning of the sentence, and then creates two different possible outcomes based off one word. And that word is fucking 2 damn letters. I hate it. No, I'm not going to raw dog a jar of jam, okay? I am not that bad. Mason went way overboard when he did that one. I'm not that bad. I'll just go, this is what I've been told. This is what this says. This is what this indicates. Either way, the event happened, but did the final outcome of said event happen the way people have stated, or happen the way that is written? And they are both very fucking close. But one word makes them very different. Like I said, it's a thing. And I am very much about getting things as accurate as possible. As much as I possibly can. But I'm super excited for this big thing. And it's going to be awesome. And it's with a bunch of people that are true blue, want to understand what's going on. They want to find a exact truth as much as they can. And yeah, could it be a spelling mistake? No, it's one of 2 words. Not a spelling mistake. This one word, it's written, okay, in some regards it says at, other regards it says by. At and by means it's, the event, it was the leading death, like cause of. At means it was at said location. It's that word. They're both 2 letters. One tiny space, the difference between donut and do not. Well, that and a U and a O. And then if you actually want to spell donut how I remember spelling donut, it had a GH as well. Donut. I don't know. It's not a huge deal, but with a death that happened in 2011, right? Some things state that it happened at the center. Other things state it happened at a different center where he actually passed on. That's the whole thing. It's like, I'm always searching. I'm a very spiritual individual, but that side has been dwindling, so that search has more relevance now more than it did. I I'm not a spiritual person, right? And I kind of made this discussion with Jeff a little bit ago. Um, I don't believe in demons, devils. I don't believe in angels, but I believe that people could possibly become malignant or, um, benevolent in death. There's that possibility. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of like what my thought process is. So, and either way, whether malignant or benevolent, good, bad, nice, evil, good, whatever, um, they should all more or less have the same capabilities as each other, good or bad, vibes, whatever. And in the majority of investigations I've ever watched, one of the big things is touch, manipulation, sensation, lights going on and off, devices shutting down by themselves, which you would seem like electrical interference, but let's be honest, it's probably the battery just died at that one moment or what have you, or they got too cold, which does happen, if someone does something really dumb. Or if you touch something, you've acquired static electricity, you can shut your own stuff down with your own static. It happens. Rarer now than it used to be, but it does happen. I know what you're referring to. That is more in general. You're not pronounced dead on location anymore. Okay. Well, no, that's not entirely true. You can be pronounced dead at that location. It all depends whether or not, if EMTs were there and he was already gone, the EMTs can pronounce him dead at that site, but they pronounced him dead. Some of the things say he was dead at St. Vincent. Some of the things say he was dead at the center. And it's like, which one is it really? Because if he's dead at the center, that means there's another documented death there. If he was dead at Vincent's, then technically it's at Vincent's, but the collapse happened there. I just want the straight answer, and that one word fucks me up. I would happen to call, but I dozed off just now. I'm exhausted. Then go to bed. Then go to fuck to bed. Get out of here, man. Fucking kid. Go sleep. Yeah, and then there's other things in the background of that whole death of that guy because of other things that I will discuss, but I'm not that deep into that one yet. There we go. Yeah, it's all about, like, some say it was this way, some say it's that way. Written, it's one way or another, so it's like, Jesus Christ. 2 people declared dead. Yeah. It usually they can still be declared dead at location. What the fuck is that black thing behind me? That is a pair of doll pants. Okay. Apparently my kid didn't pick up. Go curl up with your clowns. I don't know how he sleeps with a 7-foot tall clown by his bed. Like, ugh. I swear to God, he is not going to share a hotel room with me. He's sharing one with Andrew. They can stare at each other in their sleep. All right. Nope. Not doing that. Dead dude in 2 locations. Well, the other thing is, like, the way it's written, right? It doesn't. Ooh. The way it's written, it doesn't give an exact location either in the article, which I don't like. But you're not dead until you're cold and dead. Well, I don't know. That one's up for interpretation. I like I said, I'm rereading that one over and over because of how it's stated, but how it's stated can be one way or another, and it's like one word is just messing it up, and I don't like it. But that's just the way it is. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. Well, other than the kid one, That one's also got some discrepancies. The age changes, and what's the other thing? The cause of death. The cause of death on the death certificate is not from falling. It's from it looks like it says precipitation accident, but you could also read that as prescription accident. I think it's precipitation, but it's like the whole like location in the building. No, just like location itself, because the way it's written says that he died at the center of vascular heart disease, but it's like of, at, and by, because if he died by, vascular heart disease, which is what he did have, that'd be the heart attack that happened there, then he would have died on site. But if he died at the center for, or of, these things, like it's just in the wording of the article versus the wording in the obituary. And it's like, oh my God. little discrepancies like that, and then I go too deep into it and trying to figure out which one it actually is. That's all. I don't think you want to know what those clowns have possibly seen. Dude, they have seen him manifesting, all right? Those clowns have definitely seen Jay Cart manifesting hard, okay? Fucking guaranteed. They have seen him manifest so hard he might have actually passed out once or twice. But I just want to make sure, like, when I go there, I have the right information rather than like conjecture or hearsay or something like that. I want to have as much real evidence as possible. That's like the same thing with the Green Eyes Bridge, right? I want to know which story is legit, because there's two different stories. They both involve a man hanging himself. So the man hanging himself seems like it was an actual thing, but the reasoning behind it differs. It could have been a double murder suicide or jilted lover, right? I don't like that. Ew, Beagle. Think about it. He's in his room. He's got his computer there. He's got his phone there. All them clowns are watching. Y'all might need to bleach your eyes after imagining that one. What's going on, Crow? There's a man that could have a hearty conversation. Yeah, no, it's like I said, when I'm going out on this investigation in, I guess now October, I want to make sure that when I'm going there and I'm talking about these things, that I am being as correct as possible, as accurate as possible. I don't want to embellish things. I don't want to get things wrong. I want to be as accurate as I can, which is why I want to do as much research to the history as I can, more so the history than the claims of what goes on inside the place. I want the history, which could then, indicate or validate or completely remove some of the claims. You know what I mean? That's at least the way I think about it. I can't believe I've spent almost 2 hours talking about a single fucking investigation that hasn't happened yet. Jesus Christ. And Joe Vitale, right, can't even talk for a single hour about anything, saying there's not enough things to talk about. Motherfucker, there's always things to talk about. Picture Jay Cart's having a tea party with his clowns. If he was still watching, he might do that and record it for a TikTok. Those clowns are probably going to need therapy, possibly. The only history I want to know on a location is what year the toilet was installed. Of course you would. That way you can know if it's got the super flow or low flow, right? You want to know when and where. That way he can figure out if he can have a big dump or a small dump, or if he's got to go next door for a dump. I know the way man thinks. He wants to know how many flushes it's going to take. 1, 2, or a dozen. Very old toilets. That's the other thing, like the piping and the electrical work in the place. I wonder if I can find that information out too. So you can have a good bidet. Like a lot of power, a lot of suction power in your toilets. Which way does your water flush? Down. It goes down. First toilet was created in 2000. Jesus Christ, way. Man, I can tell you didn't read back in high school. Oh my god. And this is where things get derailed and we go off the tracks. That's all good. It'll be sufficient enough. You just gotta flush multiple times over and you'll be fine. You might be able to get hold of the old blueprints of the building, find out if it was built by Ivor Shandor. Christ. I love when you get a fancy building downtown with the suction power is amazing. I've never had that yet. I've never had that. The history is one of my favorite parts about paranormal investigation. That's why I want to be as accurate as I can. Because the history is extremely important, right? If you have a situation like Selena Spooky Boo and Call Me Chris, when they were investigating their new home, which hadn't recently just been built, there should be absolutely no fucking reason for any fucking haunting there at fucking all, right? And Selena Spooky Boo is saying that there was haunting there. Well, if there's nothing documented anywhere, there'd be no reason for it to be happening at all. Documentation is key to give reasoning for something. Does it need reasoning? Not necessarily, no. But it fucking helps. It fucking helps. I missed a lot of days in school for hockey reasons. All right, valid. I know it was built different. I've looked into that a fair bit. I've looked into the construction. Like it's very very strange, and it's really weird that that stuff happened. For my job, I had to go into a men's women's prison, talk about toilet suction there under high suction so inmates can't clog the system. Yes, I have seen those, especially newer prisons. Older prisons, they don't have the power as much, but I don't know, Crow. I do know that that's what they did at Call Me Chris's place that she got with fuck, I can't remember his name now. Her hubby. When they first got their house, after like a year of being in a new build, and Selena goes in there and says that stuff, and says that it was stuff like haunted or whatever. Weird construction. Why? Well, price, location, fees and whatnot. Things just get weird. If someone says the land is haunted, I'm like, okay, peace out. Well, Crow, I don't know if you've ever heard my lamb story. And you might say this motherfucker was haunted. A lot of people have heard the lamb story, but not everybody. It's a very strange tale. I'm gonna get myself another drink. I'll be right back. Oh, my legs. I've been sitting too long. My old ass don't want to get up. The demon lamb of Beagle Forest? Yeah. It wasn't a demon. Not a demon. Yes, Oompaville, that's the one. During that time, Kel, the structure was built wood. Yeah. Like, it was just a weird construction what they did. Hello there, William. Hello, Pam. Howdy, 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 howdy. I'm actually really excited to go investigate the Gerber house a bit. At least look at it. I also plan on doing a self-guided tour on the time before the actual investigation, so I can do a little bit more for myself there. There we go. Yeah, so the sheep story is why some people think my fucking land is haunted, because a random sheep ended up luring me out into my own woods into an area that looked like it was going to be a fucking walk into a fairyland, because I got to a spot in my woods where all the trees are like in fucking rows, and it's like right across the property line between me and my neighbor, and all the trees are in rows, and this little fucking sheep just keeps wandering away from me. It's like, is a bit large being Oompa Loompa. I'm much larger than an Oompa Loompa. Thank God. Like, that motherfucker led me back into the woods for several goddamn miles. A long trek up and downhill. What a bastard. And then come to find out it wasn't even the lambing season quite yet, and I have no idea why there was a fucking lamb on my property. Was it the skinwalker? That's what I called it. That's what I fucking called it, because it wouldn't let me get anywhere near it, but it kept leading me deeper and deeper into the goddamn woods. And then the nearest sheep farm is miles down the fucking road, and it's not even the same sheep they have down there. Beagle was a shepherd. No, I was not. Random lamb gets seen out our freaking window in our driveway. Shy's like, "Ooh, we should go pick it up." We go out there. I call it. It calls me. It leads me farther back. I call it. We fucking keep going and going and going. Then lamb gets away. The next day, that lamb pops up at the old owners of this house. Hi, Nix. Get off my window. Get down. I will let you inside, you little bitch. Thank you. Yeah, so the old owners of this place is where that lamb ended up the next morning, which again is miles down the fucking road. I didn't like that situation. I called it a skinwalker. Come on, Nix. Come on. Come on. You're so pressed to come inside. Come on. Nix, come on. Thank you. Goddamn. And I did. I followed that lamb into the woods. Then I drove around to the Amish community, and I asked them, because they had the sheep around here, if they were missing a lamb. No, they weren't even lambing yet. They weren't even having lambs. And it's just like, oh my fucking God. It kept stopping, bleeding, waiting, and then leading him deeper, further. But yeah, that's exactly what it did. It was fucking insane. And then I got mad, and then I felt awkward because I got led to an area where all the trees are in fucking rows, like a plantation, right? And you're just looking down a fucking corridor. Sheep walks behind one tree, pops out down the way behind another. It's like, nope, this ain't good. This ain't where I want to be. So I came back to the house. The sheep followed me back to the house, and it stayed on a little ridge alongside the path where I couldn't reach it. And it just kept bleating at me, followed me all the way back up, and eventually it stopped when I got close to the house. And then the next morning, we saw a picture of it in the yard of the old owners of this place. Now, granted, the old owners of this place haven't been here in almost 20 years, and I've been here 15. Yeah. It was fucking weird. Not haunted, not psychic, but it happened. And I have Shy as proof. Do I believe it was leading me into danger? No. Do I believe it was a haunted sheep? No. Was it a demon? No. However, it is a sheep that is not raised in this area. Yeah. That's about it. That's all I can say about it. Doesn't sound like he'd be a great sheep beagle. Nope. I do wonder where it was trying to take you. I don't know, and I don't want to know. When we got to the creek, right, and then you got the woods here, you got him that plantation-like view. You can still hear the creek and the river or whatever. If you keep following that, eventually it'll lead you to the dam and the mill, and that is maybe mile and a half-ish down the road, give or take. Otherwise, there's nothing in that direction that it could lead me to, other than the mill. The mill is a historical landmark and stuff like that, but could have been an animal that was wandering and got lost. That's what I thought. But when I went around to all the sheep farms, it's a type of sheep that isn't raised here by the Amish. So it would have had to have fallen off of someone's truck, if that's what happened. It's just weird. Shapeshifter, mimic. Actually, I think Andrew said it might have been a trickster or something like that. I want lemonade. This is not lemonade. No. This is adult apple juice. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more potent, I think, than Seggi's. It's my apple juice. Mixed with some squirt. But yeah, no, that particular type of sheep isn't farmed around here. So unless that thing traveled for a long time, and if it would have ran into one of the other sheep farms a couple miles down the way, but it was just weird. Scared to go. He's scared of the outside world, but this kitty, it's very pretty. Adult apple juice with squirt. Yes. Actually, apple crown mixed with squirt is delicious. And when you do it, like I said earlier, you gotta do it till you just start to get that color change. Fucking delicious. 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 It was trying to lead you to the Satanists. The Satanists? I mean, Shy is a member, I think. Or at least a, person that looks into the satanic temple and stuff like that, but it's not quite the same. Is that Kenny's tea? I have no idea what Kenny does for his tea, to be honest with you. I thought you were saying squirt, which never... I am saying squirt. Cal, I am saying squirt. It's an actual beverage. It is a grapefruit soda. It's called squirt. That's what it is. How much to chug the entire bottle of Crown? Not happening. I am a responsible drinker. I don't do that. I'll do a shot. I'm not chugging that damn thing. Fuck that. That's like the only true like paranormal story I have, other than using an app. Now hear me out. It was literally just to play around with the app. This is what happened with it though. My wife, she came home, I think it was like GhostTube, shortly after GhostTube came out. And we had it playing in the living room. We weren't really doing much. We were having our own conversation. And we heard a male voice yell out my grandmother's actual first name. Which in my family, as I've stated many times before, we don't use our first names. ever. It's kind of like Beardo's family. We just don't use our first names. We always use nicknames. And no one ever called my grandmother by her actual first name because she bitch slapped the fuck out of people. She was a tiny little, like, full-blooded Indian woman, and she backhanded the fuck out of people in the bars. She was a bartender. She was a small woman. She was a rodeo woman. She trained horses to jump off of cliffs and a whole bunch of crazy crap. And, like, Jesus Christ. And it was a male voice that yelled out her first name. And this was about 2 years after my grandfather had actually passed away, had basically taken his own life in the hospital. That was the only other time. It was something like that. Where are y'all going for the ghost hunting? We are going to the Collingwood Art Center in Toledo, Ohio. It'll be Jeff, Dana, Jay Cart, Andrew Stonerock, Hart, her husband Garth, Jimmy from Ghost Quest, Valkyrie Rage, and myself. So 9 of us. We technically have space for 1 more. But that's what we'll be doing, and I'm fucking stoked for it. I've got cameras, I've got physical manipulation toys. My digital recorders are coming in tomorrow with password protection so no one can fuck with my shit. I'm stoked. Yes, squirt has other meanings in the US, believe me. But it is an actual soda. You love my grandma. My grandmother she was not the nicest person in the world, and she would definitely beat the brakes off people. More people than you realize. This is going to be fantastic. Yeah, we have 9 out of the 10 slots. It's crazy. And since we have Jeff and Dana Boo Productions with us, they can help us with like understanding different locations because they've been there dozens of times, which will help a lot. And now I got 6 pages worth of notes in this goddamn book from having conversations with them and looking at the stuff they've gotten and all that shit. Oh my god. Now if we can get Crow. Yeah, the only things I've ever had is that weird sheep story since I've been here, and hearing a male voice. Technically, Feral Goth will be there too, at least to show us around, I believe, and open up some other areas. Is it a big building? Yes. It's a complex, basically. Is it 4 stories or 5 stories? I think it's technically 4. Unless you count like the basement, then it's 5, but it's a big place. And with there being 9 of us, we should be able to do like groups of 3 different investigations in different areas. I'm really excited for it. Do you like your little chair right there? Does that make you happy? Hi. Do you want to be on camera? Do you want to say hi to people? Come here. There you go. Sylvester, everybody. Used to be okay. It is 5. Yes, it was a nuns' college. It was a an old, not, I don't want to say old folks home, but that's a retirement area for a little bit. It was abandoned for a short time. It had a whole bunch of stuff going on. There are documented deaths there. I'm excited for it. You don't go more than 15 miles from your house in any direction. Aw. Damn it, Crow. Yeah, Sylvester Tater. Hi. Yeah, you're a good boy, huh? Think you guys like 10 of y'all in one house. No, it's a pretty big place. Never abandoned. It technically was not in use. I think for a short time after they removed it from being a nun retirement thing. Before the other stuff came in, there was a short period of time because from when the dude that actually ran the art center, they turned it into an art center. I think it was like a period of like a year and a half. At least that's what it said. From when it went from being a nun retirement home to becoming the art center, there was like a small period of time. Whether it was like abandoned, I don't fucking know. But that's kind of like what it sounded like before he actually took it over and turned it into an art center. What are you doing? I don't believe the time was like very big or detrimental. Then I heard something about like a homeless person being on the site, but I don't know if that was a story or if there's an actual documentation for that. I haven't found that yet. I don't remember if that was Jeff that mentioned that or someone else in the chat that I was reading that mentioned that. Not this chat, but the other chat that I got access to. Someone mentioned it. But it might have just been a rumor. Which is why I'm still going through all the information. As much as I can they found. Don't bite me. I know you're cute. Don't bite me. Ow. At least that's what I found, is that there was a small period of time. But luckily this place is gigantic, so we should be able to spread out very, very well amongst the different floors. Yeah, no, Jessie took NyQuil because I told her to, because she said she was sick. So I told her to take some fucking NyQuil that we sleep it off. And I was told by Jeff that if there is any noise pollution or interference, we should be able to tell exactly what it is. Yeah, it ain't no Sally House or Velisca. No, it's got a big space. And all the footage I get from it, I'm going to let everyone be privy to looking at and stuff. It probably won't be anything, but you never know. Try to cover as many things as I fucking can. I still have so much more research to do on the place, though, too. I wonder if I can actually get in contact with the BGSU. Otherwise, could do a what the fuck's the word? A Freedom of Information Act to find all deaths regarding it. Never abandoned. It was not in full. Okay, it was not in full use. That must have been what it was then. There were people going in because he got it in 85, and did they close it to being a retirement home in 80, or was it 85? It might have been 80, but it might have been, yeah, never abandoned, but not in full use. That okay. See, wording matters. I think when I read it as not in full use, I assumed abandoned. The parents' room is connected to the attic and the kids' room. Like how? I mean, if they had a loft originally, never planned for it. Is there a map? There is a map. Wait. I don't think I can. Hang on here. I can't show the chat, but I can bring up the map that I have at least, okay? So give me 1 second here. And I can kind of give you guys a view of that. Because I have one. Scroll. Find me. Not that one. I know it's close. Aha. Open up. Okay, so I do have a map. That one. So we do actually have a map here. I don't remember when exactly this map came out, but I think it's probably pretty accurate. If it's ever abandoned now, the city has to come in and destroy a lot of it to make it up to code. Yeah. There has to be a corridor. There is a very large corridor. But we do have a map of the area here. There's a couple other ones inside this massive chat log full of documents and stuff like that. But yes, there is maps. We have them. I'm going through them, trust me. I'm going through them very meticulously. I have them saved into my own private folder and everything else. Wait, hang on here. He's doing the same to the McIntyre Villa now. Dude's literally playing Monopoly with para locations. That's insane. No, you go lay down. Yeah, I've got maps of the location. I've got maps of the surrounding area. I think we have a small blueprint that shows like the way the place is broken up between the house, the chapel, which is now I think the library, the theater. Like there's a whole bunch of crap. I am sifting through it, and I have to make sure that the people who did all the research and found all the stuff, they get full credit for their investigative work in the group, because I'm not taking credit from anybody. Just like the interview that gave information that Jeff did with Feral Goth, gonna get credit because that's not my stuff. Everyone's got to get credit. It's got to be legit, man. Allowed public access, and the sisters allowed public access to the BGSU docs in 2003. The actual docs aren't online. Their inventory's document is. Okay. And they moved to the Ursula Academy. It's Ursula something over on Indian. Is it Indian Head or Indian Road? And I wonder how many more documents they would have over there about the any more potential passings of other nuns and stuff, and whether or not they'd be willing to lend them to people, since that's where they went to after they were at the CAC location. So there's so much that could possibly be garnered. And then they were at a different location prior to the CAC, and I don't know what that became and if anything was found there either yet. But there's a lot of information. We're gonna get a whole bunch when we go to the art center. I'm gonna go to the library if I can the next day to try to find more. I'm going to look up wherever and whatever I can to get as much history as possible. Where are the nuns buried? Not on that location. Are the chapel and the library a different building? What was the library? Library is the green room, and it was something else. Because I think that was from your interview. And I thought he asked where's the chapel in the interview, and you said the chapel was here. But maybe I'm thinking of a different location. Because I didn't have a map that I was looking at when I was listening to your guys' interview, and I can't hear his questions because Jeff fucked up the audio clip and we can only hear Goth's answers. It's like, damn it, Jeff. So I can't hear the exact question by hearsay. I hear you say like, "Oh, the chapel is here." And I thought it was library in the green room, but maybe you were saying it was past there or somewhere else. I'm trying to remember it, but I just can't. Because that was like an hour and a half long interview, and I'm only getting your side of it, and it made it really hard. I have notes. Let me see here. Okay, I got the note saying the chapel is salmon colored, different in a salmon colored building. Okay, so I do have that information. That it would be a different building. And then the green room, I think, is the library, right? St. Ursula is an academy. Okay. The college continued at Lourdes College and combined with Franciscan Sisters. Okay. There are 2 libraries. Well, fuck. Yeah, I have just notes upon notes. Like you guys have stuff at the CWT. Your experience was a phone ringing incident where you heard a voice say hello. Where else we got here? Attachment followed someone else home. Glasses fell. A seat handle flew somewhere. Let's see here. There's a Gerber House spirit. I'm just reading all my like little blurbs I got written around here. You're primarily alone majority of the time, but you only get creeped out every now and again if you're alone for too long, if you're there early or whatever. That is to the left of the stage. The college library is a different building off campus. Okay. See, there's a lot of information. Yeah, the Children Theaters Workshop. I got that written down. That there are potential children spirits. They were either seen or felt there. Yeah, like what do we else got over here? We got um primarily it's staff that mentions the most, but there has been a few cases of non-staff. Um, Pentagram. I think I have it under the stairs. I think it was a pentagram. Painted on the floor. I have under the stairs, but it might just be like in a room there or something like that. They were in the chapel the past 40 years and left this year. Okay. Let's see here. You have shadows that walk on the stage and or the balcony. I think it depends on where the person's sitting, and it usually apparently happens either during or right after a thing that goes on there, an act or whatever. Yeah. There's so much. I'm still combing through it. I got claims, I got deaths, I got locations I'm trying to figure out because I haven't been there to actually see the place, which is why I want to do a self-guided tour so I can kind of learn the layout a bit better. Because I'm one of those people, I have to be standing like at the opening of a place and then I can tell you where things are, but if I'm not there, it's harder for me to visualize it. Like I said, I want this to be as honest as I could. Light through the windows. I don't know because I haven't seen the place completely. I don't know where the light comes in. I don't know where the light reflects off of. I don't know any of it. But I'm gonna fucking look. Got a few more former residents telling you stories since running that weird store. Yeah, the interview I have is from 2024, I think. 2025? 2024. I don't remember. Whenever Jeff did the interview with you, I think it was 2024. I will be doing a whole bunch of crap. If I can on a self-guided tour, I'll probably be wearing a fucking chest camera so I remember my directions too. So if anyone says that I fake this shit and I'm getting it wrong, I'm going to say I did so much goddamn research for months ahead of time to get as accurate as I can. I'm not one to fuck around and fake or anything like that. So I'm going to be as accurate as I can. And like I said, I'm just writing notes to remind myself to look at other things. The hell do I have circled over here, though? Oh, I have a weird note saying artist wants to display historical educational stuff at the college. Or no, of the college. Of the college. Not at the college. Of the college. Self-guided tour directs you around the building. I would be fine by that, just so I can at least learn it. You fake this shit, you're wrong. That's right. I mean, you can say it right now that I fake it, that's fine. But when it's all fucking set up, I know I didn't. Geo-tracker zoomed in on you, then superimposed the map. Yeah, there's a lot of documents that I'm still going through now. I've rewatched their videos that they've sent me probably twice each now. I think it was 2 investigations, the interview, and I don't know if they have any more. I'm still going through it. It's a lot of stuff. And I know there's guaranteed to be more stuff that has been found since they did all this. And I'm happy. Although I feel bad because my ramblings probably scared off so many fucking people, and I apologize for that. It's one of those nights, though. All I've been doing is talking about this goddamn massive collaboration. But there's an app for that, right? Trying to think here. Oh yeah, and then there's some other discussions that I got to have more with Jeff and Dana about some investigations they did. The pentagram is under the Gerber stairs. Okay. So I did get that right. It is under the stairs. I just didn't remember what stairs. That's the only part I didn't put down. So someone did do a painted pentagram, which could have been during one of those witches' balls. It could have been prior to that. I don't know. I didn't get a date from them about when it happened, but I think it's good to hype up something you're looking forward to. I am thrilled. That's why, like, when I got the confirmation from the two of them that they wanted to do it, I am so fucking happy. Hello, Ann. You're never late to my streams. There is never being late to a Beagle stream. It never happens. This is a collaboration I'm extremely excited for. I'm terrified, but I'm extremely excited. I mean, I get to meet so many amazing people. And like I said, all I've done is I've heard Feral Goth talk a number of times. I've heard her voice in my ears, but I'll be able to actually put a face to the voice, which I'll be really happy about. That came in during the period of not being in full use. There were break-ins into the basement. Okay, so that was during that time. Heart's not scared of nothing. Uh-huh. We'll see. Have a few weeks left of the schedule. I gotcha. Yeah, but never, ever, ever think you're late. No, you're never late to this. The only thing I'm scared about is getting around people because I'm just not a people person. Online, it's very different than what I am in person. And Jeff even mentioned it last night in his live when I mentioned that I do put on a little bit of more energy and a little bit more of a persona when I'm on camera. And when I'm not on camera or I'm talking to you like one-on-one personally, I am way more mellow. I probably swear just about as much. I'm always using hand gestures and movements though, and I take notes on just about everything. So I never forget things. Sway is scared of something, his wife. That's a good thing to be afraid of. She'll get you with that goddamn sandal or boot or purse or just thwop you upside the head. Get you with a broomstick, hockey stick. Catch you off guard. You probably deserve it though. Oh, she's got him a few times. She'll fucking give him a good old thwack. Keep that man in line. I know it. Nah, his wife is actually really nice. She's a really kind person, but she definitely smacks him. Sway is a wise man. He has learned. That's what Sway has done. Sway has learned. I guess Mr. Crow had to run to the toilet. He couldn't use the old ancient ones, had to find a better one. I'm looking for this alleged basement dweller of a haunter. I will gladly sit in the dank, dark room and talk to the walls. I'm more scared of spiders than I am of ghosties. I have heard a couple different claims about the basement. Some of the things I've read, it's the entire basement. Others, it's like a very like specific narrowed location. Supposedly more goes after the gals, but I don't know, and that's something I want to test with too, and I want to see. Called her a witch in chat earlier when she was sitting next to me and I got smacked. Good. Yes, heart mode is going. It is Jimmy from Ghost Quest, me, Jake Hart, Andrew, Stone Rock, Hart, her husband Garth, Jeff, Dana, and Valkyrie. We're all going to the art center in Toledo, Ohio. We got the room for you. I mean, if it's got spiders on the wall, at least let me record it first. If before we throw her in. It's the laundry room. Perfect place for her. I meant the basement dweller was Jesse. Oh, I was gonna say because Hart and Jesse share the same name. So does Feral Goth. They all share the same name. So it's when you put down Jesse, it's hard to distinguish which one is which because they all have the same name. It's a very common one. No, Jesse's fucking passed out because of NyQuil, I think. Mm-hmm. No lying. Y'all got the same name. If your last name starts with a P, you quit. NyQuil shots. Fuck. We do not condone the use of NyQuil in any other way than it is actually intended. Do not take shots of NyQuil to put yourself to sleep or put yourself in a state of inebriation. There you go. There's your disclaimer. Don't do that. Hi. I know you're so happy, huh? It's Polish, yep. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I am not happy about the time it's gonna take me to get there, but everything else is good. Well, since no one wants to join me in the freaking live chat. I just gotta make sure that we get it booked as fast as we can, so we don't miss it, and then I can get my hotel set up sooner the better. And then I'm not telling anyone where my hotel is gonna fucking be at. Nike will be a great party thing as long as it lasts only 4 seconds. Jesus Christ. NyQuil works really well to help you be put into a comatose state for getting over colds, but anything other than that, no, don't do it. Oh, that's like the... Have y'all ever seen the goddamn NyQuil chicken? Where people were dumping like NyQuil on top of raw chicken that they were cooking? That is a terrible idea. Those fumes could kill you. Do never, don't do that. That was a terrible thing to see over TikTok and other shit. That was just bad. I remember years ago we talked about mixing NyQuil shots with something. Yes, we did talk about that. We don't do that. Kicked your ass for over a month before I knew I got rebound headaches from medication. NyQuil is the only cold medication that tastes like red and green. Not many downtown on the river. At least I think it's downtown. It's the one I'm looking at. I might change it now, but the one I was looking at, I think it's like downtown. It's close to the main big road. I can't remember what the fucking highway is. It's like a what was it? 15 minutes from the center, so I can get there easily and fucking run to other places without caring too much. I will just go in under a fake name so no one can find me. And then Mylek to be like, have you seen this man? Doctor says take it if it helped. Got close to a spinal in fear of meningitis. Stupid NyQuil. Jesus Christ. I only take NyQuil if I feel like I'm like damn near deathly ill. Dayquil does nothing. NyQuil, that shit'll put you out. You'll go night-night real fast. That's why Jesse's not here. Jesse's at home going. I can't do a fake name. My hubby runs a public business. No point. You can do a fake name. That's not close. Center's like 5 minutes from downtown by the river. Okay, cool. Then I'm fine. Have you seen this man? Pulls out a picture of Sway. Exactly. Just because they can Google your husband doesn't mean you can't use a fake name. Yeah. Oh, there's Jessie. She might have woke up. Dayquil still knocks you out. Dayquil doesn't do diddly for me. It just makes me like the taste of Dayquil is just bleh. I'm back in the 90s. It doesn't knock you out. NyQuil will help me fall asleep, but I don't take any like I'm not used to taking like anything ever. I don't even take like ibuprofen and Tylenol unless I have to. This morning I woke up with a terrible pain in my neck, and my first thought was shit. I blew my disc again because that pain radiated down the shoulder. Took a couple Tylenol, a couple ibuprofen, and I felt fine again. I feel good right now. So maybe it was just some inflammation. How was bro talking about me? Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I took it because I wasn't sleeping for shit. That's what you're not supposed to do, Kyle. High school, you used 420 and NyQuil and called it robo-tripping. Never did that either. I do not condone mixing things. That's a bad thing. Other than like soda and alcohol, I condone that a little bit in moderation, responsibly. When did I blow my disc? Last year. I blew a disc out in my neck last year. I went into a coughing fit. It was a terrible coughing fit, and I blew myself forward really, really bad, and bulged the disc immediately between my vertebrae. I lost feeling in my thumb. I had severe pain in my back, my shoulder, my chest, down the arm. I got an arm sling for myself. I was trying my best with only Tylenol and ibuprofen to deal with the pain. It didn't work. They put me on gabapentin. That didn't work. That just made the convulsions worse. I couldn't stop shaking. It was a whole fucking ordeal. And then they had to stick a nice long needle in my fucking neck to give me a steroid to lower the inflammation in my neck, and then the disc actually popped back. Because I went to the Spinal Institute, and they asked me what was going on. I told them I'm not on very many medications. I don't like medication at all, and I'm having these convulsions, and I need help with it. I can't sleep. And immediately they go, we should see if we can get you in for an MRI. And they got me an MRI the same day, found out that I did have a severely bulged disc, which was actually impinging on clusters of nerves. And they gave me that needle in the neck, and they're like, do you want to be put out for this? I said, no. They do it. They get it done. They're like, okay, we need you to have you wait for 2 hours to make sure you're fine. I'm like, I'm fine. Can I go home now? They go, are you sure? I'm like, yes. They go, can you walk a straight line? I get up, I walk a straight line. I push the wheelchair. I lift the wheelchair up. I'm like, I'm fine. Can I go home now? So I was in and out as fast as I could go. You blew a disc. I blew a disc coughing because I had like severe bronchitis. I think it was terrible. And then I dealt with my blown disc for almost a full month before I got taken care of, just figuring it would fix itself and that the pain would just go away after a little bit. I wasn't streaming a whole lot when that happened. And when I tried to, my arm was like this, and I was just like, oh, I feel so terrible. I'd have to readjust myself all the time. It was bad. And all I was taking was Tylenol and ibuprofen for the pain until they put me on muscle relaxers because I couldn't deal with the convulsions anymore. Yep. The muscles in my neck and back and my chest are so tight, so when I sneeze, I literally get instant pins and needle sensation all over my chest, all over my back. Usually when I sneeze, I start seeing colors because that's just how tight all of my muscles are. And I will sneeze one day or do my one day and blow it again. I'm almost guaranteeing it. I know, but like I said, I was young and dumb. Yep. Usually when we're young, we do really stupid shit. I try to avoid doing too many stupid things these days, but it doesn't always work. Fuck. I wish blowing my neck out would have been like more fun, like in a better situation. Head banging, working on something. Nope, coughing fit. A coughing fit from something I couldn't control. When he sneezes, he shrinks. Every sneeze shortens my height by like a centimeter or something like that. However, if my disc does bulge that way again, where it covers up a number of nerve clusters, they told me I will have to have surgery. And they have to go in from the front of my neck, and they would pull out that disc and fuse my vertebrae, is what I was informed. I'm like, I really don't want that to happen. I'm like, can I just opt for another large ass needle in the neck? I'd be fine by that. That sounds way better than going in through the front of my neck to do surgery, and then I'm stuck in a fucking neck brace and I'm being able to move my neck and all that shit for ages. I don't want that. I'm good. There goes the muscles. Yep. And for me, like I blew the disc out right up here, like right below the base of my skull. Busted rib cartilage, coughing with pneumonia. Yep. You can fuck yourself up really good if you're getting a good old cough going on. Also known as the life of an athlete. I'm not an athlete. I did do powerlifting way back when, but I'm not an athlete. I will never claim myself to be an athlete. I can't run. I can't do any of that shit. I am basically just... I can lift heavy things, no problem. I can crack windshields with the tip of my thumb. That's been done before. I'm just not an athlete. Yes. Oh, there's some good pops there. There we go. I mean, I do have a 50 pounds? 55 pounds? Like, I do have a weight sitting right by me that I use on a regular to at least make sure that I can still lift the kids and everything. So I think it's, let's see, that's 15, 5, I don't know if those are in the middle. I think those are 10, maybe? I don't remember. I think it's like, it's either 45 or 50 pounds. Something like that. That I got sitting right next to me all the time. And then I do different exercises trying to increase my grip strength again, because it was my right side that got fucked up, but I'm doing pretty good that way. Yes. Anyhoozle. I don't think I have too much more to chat about tonight. I think I've talked about the investigation into fucking oblivion at this point. Just waiting on an email. Is there anything else you guys wish to discuss? And if we're going to like how broken someone is, we're not going down that road. There's gonna be more people broken than people. I can lift that in my sleep, a young, handsome, strong man. Well, I'm glad you can. I can do it too, but he still hasn't emailed you? No. I haven't gotten that email from Patrick. I'm hoping I get it by tomorrow, so I can get the date secured. I am so excited about my trip. And then I get to drive there in a brand new car. I don't have to rent one. We can just drive one. There'll be team rewatch tomorrow. It's just me talking about the place. That's all it is. One day, Sway. One day lifting that'll be hard. I have more weights, but I got the majority of them at my father's place. The price of dirt is horrendous. I demand a recount. The price of dirt is horrendous. We actually need to get more gravel for our driveway, and that's more expensive than I fucking want to admit. Let's not play the broken game. Nope. That's a bad game to play. We don't do that. He's like, someone's excited. I am excited for a massive collaboration, okay? It's with people that I've respected. It's with people that I associate with. It'll be a fun time. I get to test out all the new stuff. I get to look into some of my own personal theories. It's at a place with a very colorful history, and it's going to sound really strange, but for me, it does have a little bit of a personal connection. Me being Catholic, my mother's final days were actually in a nun-run hospital that did involve sisters from my actual family. So this thing does kind of have like a bit of a personal tone. So I am interested, right? I'm interested in the history of the place, the fact that it's a really crazy place just in general to look into. Some of the claims are a little wild, and I'm kind of interested with that. The people going there is going to be super fun. I'm just not looking forward to the trip. Where is it again? Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Yee the Epic, thank you for the follow. You have successfully carved down and cut out 1 centimeter into the book and made a huge mess. Yeah, you'll make a hell of a mess for trying to turn that into a storage thing, that's for sure. So yeah, getting down there is a hell of a trip. It's a 10-hour journey one way, which really sucks. But like I said, it does have a bit of a personal thing, considering that I am of the Catholic faith. My mother's, like I said, final days were in a nun-run hospital, and it does have that type of connection for me. So I'm super excited to be there. When I first started watching Beagle, he was adamant that he wasn't a I am not a paranormal investigator. I am not. I am a gamer. I research stuff, and I will be playing a paranormal investigator on camera, okay? Aunt is a nun, and she was the last she was the last graduating class there. There you go. No, I am not a paranormal investigator. I will never claim to be one. I am going to investigate the building, the history, the claims, but I am not a paranormal investigator. Making a little Heidi box from a book. I have stashed a lot of things in books. It'll go well. Have faith. I have faith that it's going to be fun. That's what I have faith in. It's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy going there and exploring, and I'm really going to enjoy a hot tub. I'm going to fucking be honest with you guys. I'm so excited to just soak in a hot tub. It's also kind of why I want to make sure I have a hotel away from everyone else so I can just get a private session. I won't lie. I'm so looking forward to just soaking. Besides, no one in this group wants to see this guy without a shirt on, you know what I mean? So if I go to a private place, I can be more secure in myself. I am going to have a blast. There's hot tubs at the hotel I'm staying at. Yes. I'm making that. If I'm going there, I'm going to make sure that I'm in myself a nice spot, all right? I'm in a hot tub. Or get myself a jacuzzi in my room or whatever so I don't have to leave it. It's going to be so nice. I'm so excited for that bit. No lie. Alrighty. Well, it is almost 11 o'clock. We've been streaming for a little over 3 hours now. We've chatted a lot. We've had some good laughs. What'll tell us this? I need deets so I can get one too. No, I'm not giving you the details. He's slowly giving more information on this hotel. No. I can pick a different one. I know a lot of them. I've been researching them, waiting for the date from Andrew, but now I'm making the date myself so I can find it. So you're not getting the deets. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for hanging out and enjoying yourselves and allowing me to just ramble on about the fun stuff going on in my life. I will catch you all tomorrow night with some Tales of Arise and or Pew Pews, depending on what Boogie wants to do. So yeah, good night. Get some rest. Drink water. Don't do me.